repeated the same comment twice in my Twitter replies, like on different accounts. It was like really obvious it was the same person.
Yeah.
And what threw me off was when you looked at the accounts that were being used, you would not immediately think they were a troll account. Like some of them are just obvious, but these were like pretty well established accounts over the
years. It's a troll farm.
Yeah.
And their sole purpose is to discredit you, to add stress, to get you off your mark, meaning stop talking about Tory Lanez.
Oh yeah, no, totally. Like just talk about how ugly I am or something. You know, it's like
right. But they do it a lot about my eye, everything, and it all started because YouTube. I don't know if you heard, they now cracking down on people that buy views. They're cracking down on them by views and subscribers, and they stopping it because YouTube been paying money to folks that's buy bots and views and all that. Even Megan Thee Stallion have been accused of buying streams that would debunk her on Spotify, that, you know, all this situation. It's been going on for decades. But you guys, we have Megan Cuniff on the show live. And listen, let me tell you, Megan Cuniff, you have went, anytime it's a case, especially with hip hop now, you are the voice of one of the voices of hip hop.
I try to keep up on, you know, the cases I can. Like I think the Young Thug trial right now is really important, and with that being streamed, I can keep up with everything. So I'm honored that people like turn to me as like a voice of, you know, facts and stuff.
Absolutely. Now my whole this Young Thug trial, it's like a circus because I'm like,
yeah,
I thought it's like, oh, this got to be a spoof because I'm seeing witnesses when I'm looking at, because I'm not all in, but I'm seeing witnesses say, oh, I didn't say that. I plead the fifth. They're acting like they got amnesia. And these are the prosecutor witnesses that pulled to help the state and build up the Puerto Rico case, and they're flipping. What can you give the people that have not kept up with the trial, like major updates, the reason why there's so much controversy regarding this Young Thug trial?
Yeah, I think like the biggest problem with the case is it's just way too big. Like I've never heard of a case that, you know, is going on as long as it has been, and with kind of no end in sight. I mean, the prosecutors have been presenting their case since late November, and we've had 100 trial days. Some of those days haven't had testimony. They've been like work session days, but they're still not even like halfway through the prosecutor's case. So they're going to go into it like at least 2025. So that's kind of the inherent problem with the case, is they just stuffed way too much into it. But then you can tell there's all this politics within the prosecution team, because the prosecutors who are on the case right now and the ones who are doing the trial were not the ones who were like originally on the case. So there's already been that kind of shift. I think it kind of reflects some politics within the DA's office, but there's been a lot of complaints from the defense. I mean, obviously the defense is really aggressive, and they're complaining about all the stuff they should, calling for mistrials and calling out, you know, late disclosures of information and tactics by the prosecutors that they don't feel are right. And there's been a lot of that in this trial. I mean, the prosecutors really seem to be taking a, you know, anything we can do to win kind of mentality, or at least more so than in other cases that I've seen. But it's not really working for them, because like you said, all the witnesses get up there on the stand and don't really actually say anything incriminating. They're like, oh, I don't remember what I said to the police all those years ago. It seems like so much of the case is built on these police statements that some of the YSL members gave in 2015, like Walter Murphy's police interviews, and then Woody, Kenneth Copeland, who's on the stand right now. But the judge has kind of played into all of this by having his own issues. Like there's been allegations that he, you know, always sides with prosecutors, that kind of thing. And I don't think that's totally true, but he's a real hothead. And he had a meeting with prosecutors, like an ex parte meeting, basically a secret chambers meeting with prosecutors back on June 10th. And it was after Woody got up on the stand and then said, I want to plead the fifth, to like a question about how old he was. And it wasn't like a legitimate use of the Fifth Amendment, like which protects you against self-incrimination, because the prosecutors had already given him immunity. So he couldn't be prosecuted based on his testimony unless he lied. So the judge ended up holding Woody in contempt of court and putting him in jail. And the prosecutors were kind of screwed because like their whole case, I think it's always kind of fallen apart. Like it was never really together. To fall apart, you have to assume something was like together in the first place. But to not have Woody testify or have him refuse to testify would be like pretty detrimental to their case. So they ended up having a ex parte like secret chambers meeting with the judge on Monday morning. Woody was jailed on Friday, and then Monday morning they were going to bring him back in and be like, are you going to testify? But before that happened, they had a meeting with Judge Glanville, the prosecutors, and then Woody and his lawyer, and talked all about, you know, why won't you testify? And Woody, like the transcript is out now, but they didn't tell the defense about this meeting. The defense found out about it, we think, from Woody's lawyer. I think that's pretty apparent, or at least Judge Glanville has made that clear. But Young Thug's lawyer, Brian Steele, he actually is shouted out in a couple of his songs. Brian Steele confronted the judge about this in a break in Woody's testimony, and the judge, who I said is a real hothead, got super upset about the fact that he found out about this and demanded that he tell him who told him about this ex parte meeting. And Brian Steele wouldn't do it. So he was actually jailed for contempt of court, not like taken to a jail, but he was in custody, like at the courthouse for maybe 40 minutes or so, like taken to the back. I don't know if he was actually in a holding cell. And then at the end of the day, the judge sentenced him to 10 weekends in jail to be starting that Friday. And the appellate court ended up holding off on the whole thing, and as he appeals the contempt of court finding. But it just became this huge shit show, and now there's been 3 recusal motions filed against the judge. Like Brian Steele has filed one, Diamante Kendrick, the Yak Gotti, that's his rap name, he's signed to the YSL label. His lawyers have filed one, and they're based on the ex parte, and then also Brian Steele's is talks about the contempt of court thing. And at first, Judge Glanville rejected them. He said he wrote an order rejecting Diamante Kendrick's recusal motion, and then Diamante Kendrick's people turned to the Supreme Court, the Georgia Supreme Court, and said they asked the Georgia Supreme Court to intervene and make Glanville send the recusal motion to another judge, because they were saying that Georgia state law supports that if the recusal motion, like what's alleged in the recusal motion, is on its face enough to recuse a judge, then it needs to be sent to another judge to consider like whether there's enough evidence to support the allegations and that kind of thing. And Glanville didn't do that. But then the Supreme Court ended up rejecting that, but really on a procedural ground. They said you should have gone to the Fulton County Superior Court first. So they filed in Fulton County Superior Court. But then Glanville, kind of in a big surprise to everyone, came out, and when he released, the day that he released the transcript of this secret meeting that he had, he said, actually, I'm going to go ahead and send these recusal motions to another judge. And he said, and the trial's on hold until this gets decided. And that was like more than a week ago. I can't remember the exact date, but that was pretty recent. And the trial's been on hold since then. But then starting tomorrow, the new judge who was assigned to decide these recusal motions against Glanville, Rachel Krause, she has given prosecutors until 5 p.m. tomorrow to respond to this, to the recusal motions. They need to file.
So I have a question. What happened with the jury? Do they get to go home? Do they get to watch the news? Okay.
Yeah, they're still under restrictions not to watch anything about the trial or read about the trial or talk about the trial, but they have just been told that they're off indefinitely right now. And they had already been off for a couple of weeks, I think, because they were doing a bunch of stuff outside the jury's presence, like talking about which part of Woody's 2015 police interviews the jury should be allowed to see. So they'd already been off for a couple of weeks, and now they've been told they were supposed to be back on Monday, July 8th, but now it's just indefinitely. We don't know when. But I think the judge is going to decide these recusal motions like probably next week. I wouldn't be surprised if it's like
when I was talking to my producer, Blue Skies, she said that the states don't know anything. These prosecutors don't know anything about a RICO case.
Yeah, RICO is generally managed by the feds, and Georgia has like a weird history of bringing RICO against like some unlikely people, like court reporters for padding their transcripts from court proceedings. There was like a RICO case against them. There's a current RICO case against protesters of a new police training facility. There's been others, but they have a really long use of the RICO statute against various groups in Georgia. That like I definitely don't see that in California. RICO is generally just left to the feds here, it seems like.
Do you think they're going to lose? Because I believe it's going to be a mistrial or not guilty. I don't believe, because I'm exhausted. I believe the jury is exhausted. When do it come a time to say, okay, a speedy trial? Because then there's constitutional right to have a speedy trial. I mean, this trial been going on for how long? 6 months, 7 months?
Yeah, technically it's because you start with jury selection, and that's been going on since January 2023. And then opening statements were November 27th. So it's a crazy long time, but the only one who can call a mistrial is Judge Glanville. And at this point, I don't think he's going to call a mistrial unless the jurors drop out. Like if they get under 12 jurors and they have to call a mistrial. And right now they've got, I think, like 16 jurors. So they've got some room to work with. And Glanville is such a disciplinarian. And he's, the jurors were time qualified, I think, for some amount of time, but not a huge amount of time. But I think if any of them just tried to drop out or leave the trial, he would like threaten them with jail if they did that, So
wow.
Right now, I think that's the only way we're going to see we're going to see a mistrial, because I don't think he's going to end up getting recused over that ex parte. Like I think
the judge here that's presiding over this case, he never had any controversy in past cases. This is his first major trial, or have he ever experienced something like this complex?
Probably not this high profile, just because of who Young Thug is. There just hasn't been a case like this, but he's definitely done a lot of big cases in Fulton County. Like he's been a Superior Court judge in Atlanta since 2005, and he also has a ton of military law experience, like JAG judge. So he's kind of used to deference to him in that regard. But this trial is just kind of unprecedented anywhere. So he wouldn't, he's never had a case like this, but neither is anyone else. But he's probably the most experienced judge, or one of the most experienced judges in Fulton County that they could find.
Blue Sky said if he isn't accused, will the defense go back to the Supreme Court?
I think they can. I'm not sure if they can appeal. I'm not sure if they can. If they can, I bet they will.
I just love the fact that Young Thug got great attorneys, because he said, I want to be with my client if I am housed in jail so we can go over the case. Have you ever seen an attorney this really fighting for their client the way that Young Thug attorney is just standing, really, really fighting tooth and nail for his defense?
Yeah. I mean, he definitely reminds me of like the most passionate defense attorneys, but I think he's part of a good kind of elite group of people who really fight in that regard. But yeah, I have like seen this kind of trial advocacy, but I think Brian Steele and Keith Adams definitely take after like the best of them, and we're seeing like a real passionate defense on all stands. Like one of the other more active lawyers is Shard, Shannon Stillwell's lawyer. We hear from him a lot too.
Because to be honest, if he is convicted, it's slim. Like, because the jury is exhausted, and the jury is regular folk. And no one can tell me that the jury is not watching what's going on. It's impossible not to watch.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure, because I know a clerk. I mean, she doesn't work in Fulton County, but she worked in California for a long time, and she worked with the jury. The juror, she's the one who sees them every day, and she thinks for the most part jurors try to respect that, but not talk about the case, not hear about it. And when if they hear about somebody else violating those rules, they usually like somebody ends up ratting them out or something. And we haven't really heard anything about that, but it just seems like it's everywhere. And especially if you live in Atlanta or the Fulton, area of Fulton County, which they all do, how can you avoid hearing
exactly? And the prosecutor itself, I believe she's an unfaithful, a corrupt prosecutor.
Was that
what she did, yes, Bonnie, what she did to President Trump was unprecedented, to give your undergarment and sleep with a man that's supposed to be prosecuting a former president for lies. I personally believe if she was in charge of the prosecuting office, this is why we get incompetence, because she's incompetent herself. And so that's why I feel that we, as the public, we over it. And I know the people in Fulton County, they have to pay for this. The taxpayers are paying for this.
Yes.
They're paying for this.
Yes. Yeah. So, no, it's definitely like a Fulton County politics story, and that like if people don't like this, like outside of Fulton County, me living in California, there's really not much I can do other than just, cover it. But if you're in Fulton County, it's definitely like pay attention to your prosecutors and what's going on in Fulton County politics, because this stuff matters, kind of thing. So
I think Blue Skies had a question. Blue Skies.
Yes. Oh, Megan, I'm so honored to be in your presence. I was watching the trial from the beginning, but I have ADHD, so when it would go on and on every day, I would come and watch your clips. You would do clips. Yes. And then Cuff Boy, he would explain, he wouldn't show a clip, but he would explain what went on that day, like in 30 minutes. Yeah. But sometimes I do listen to the trial. I like to read the comments. But I'm wondering, do you think, like Wally was saying, the jury must be tired out? Do you think that this jury really has their head in the sand and don't know anything that's going on?
It's hard to say. I mean, technically, they're supposed to disclose any kind of contact or anything they might see on TV. So if they've seen headlines about a judge recusal, so they're supposed to tell them. But I almost think that they've spent so much time with this case that probably when they get outside of court, the last thing they want to do is like go look it up and talk about it. They have other things to do, and they want to see their families or attend to their jobs or things like that. So I think there is a chance they haven't heard about it, but it's just such a cluster of a case. Like I know Doug Weinstein, one of the attorneys for Yak Gotti, was complaining a couple months ago about how the jury seemed really checked out, that we were losing them, and they're just not paying attention to all this, and that if this ever does get to a close, it's just going to come down to whichever side has the best closing argument. But it's hard to say. It's just it's kind of unprecedented to have something just drag on for this long.
And yes, I watch Infamous Sylvia. She's there in the court, and she says, she watches the jury, and they do seem like they're checking out.
Yeah, I mean, it's so hard to follow some of this because if you're not up on the background of YSL, the family tree, and then who knows who, and then all the names and stuff, it can just be so hard to keep track of that. So you have to imagine that the jurors are kind of going through the same thing. But I'm glad to hear you watch the clips, just so everybody knows. I've got some up. I try to clip everything out into like digestible format on my own channel, and I have things in playlists. Like if you go there right now, I've got things organized so you can and read the descriptions in the videos too. I kind of try to.
Do you still have the newsletter? Do you still do that as well? Correct.
Yes. Yeah, I've got a recent story up at legalaffairsandtrials.com, and I'm working on something else for next week too. So.
Okay, I have to go there. Now, the prosecutors, do you think they're in over their head? Because it seems to me the way they frame this case with all of these witnesses, it seems to me that in this modern time, you'll see cases, even, complicated cases, even maybe not as many witnesses. It could be, a murder trial or whatever. you see those trials sometimes go a month, 2 months, 3 months. Sometimes those prosecutors get in there, they lay out their case in 2 or 3 weeks.
Yeah, definitely. I think you were like spot on when you said in over their heads, because I don't think they're bad prosecutors, like especially Simone Hilton. I think she's really good and is like trying to make the best of like kind of just a crappy assignment for her, but you can tell that she has a lot of experience with single crimes, like prosecuting a murder case, prosecuting a first-degree assault case, not these kind of conspiracy cases, because they have all these overt acts supporting the RICO charges, and then they have all these separate murder cases. It's just way too big of a case. But it seems like instead of trying to prove a conspiracy, they're just focusing on proving each individual act like they would in their normal like single crime cases. They just don't have, they're just not presenting it in a real conspiratorial way, and it's too big and like stretched out to really drive home what they need to drive home. Like it's just crazy how big the case is.
And do you think that the prosecutor, Miss Love, is so unprofessional when she sits in her chair and jerks her head around and flops around on the chair when Miss Hilton was Woody was on the stand, and she just kept jerking herself around, and I'm like, what is going on?
Yeah, she was really going off, and one thing is the cameras are just like right on them, so it's kind of hard for her to avoid any kind of capture like that. And I think the defense does do that too, maybe not to the extreme, but we just don't see them on cameras.
Mm-hmm.
But you think she would be a little more self-aware given the fact that they know they're on camera like that. And she does represent the government or the state, and it's supposed to be kind of a solemn position, and it just seems like they're that's what I mean about like some of the prosecution tactics just seem a little unprofessional, so that I think that's a good example. Yeah.
And she also when Miss Hilton was questioning Woody, she would try to pass Miss Hilton notes. At one time, I seen them fighting over the microphone.
Oh, I didn't catch that, but yeah, and one thing is, because the trial has just been going on so long, it like tests human patience and just
right.
demeanor, and that because that was one thing that really attracted me to trials when I first started watching them in court is the attorneys are all there, and it's such a human process because somebody has to win, somebody has to lose, and you see them all like they put all this work into the trial, and here's the moment they're finally in court. It's just like so real and raw. And by the end of the trial, you get really fatigued. Everybody's kind of fatigued of each other. Nerves are really fried. But sometimes that's only after like 2 weeks or something, or a couple of days. So to have this like never-ending trial or something, it just seems like it's tough on anyone. So I think some of what we see is an example of that.
This is why I believe when Fox News say, when you give people positions because they're black and when they don't have the qualification is an issue. The prosecutor, Miss Willis, she got it because she was a black woman and she wear weave, but she was a whore.
Oh, really?
And because of what she did, she fucked a man.
Really?
And she's unqualified. It is what it is.
She got elected.
I mean, she got elected because she was black and ghetto, and a lot of black and ghetto people wanted her in there. And when she got in there, she was ghetto. Her dad had cash, taught her daughter to be a whore. And look at what her prosecutors are doing. I mean, are we going to be honest here? This is
I think what happened is
I gotta take off, but you guys check out my channel and everything.
Go check out Megan Cuna channel, you guys, YouTube channel. But we have to be black here, Blue Skies. Because
I think she took that position politically. She wanted to rise to a district attorney. All district attorneys, they take that route. They want to become a district attorney, and then they'll go on to other things like maybe mayor, governor, It depends in that circuit where they start out at. Now, what you do in your private life, I cannot say anything about it. I don't think that it's black or white. It's the position of a district attorney or someone that wants to be a mayor or a governor. It's a route that you would take. A lot of those people are attorneys. Why? Because they need to know the law. What is the law? The governance of the land. So once you learn how to interpret the law, then you can interpret, government directives, etc. You can, the legalities in and how to analyze issues and be analytical, speak. Okay, so that there has nothing to do with anybody's gender or race.
I mean,
Now, what somebody does in their personal life, whether they're a thought or not, I don't know. Your doctor could be a thought. You know what I'm saying? So, but hey, if you got a good doctor and he's doing what he's supposed to do, whatever, as long as they're not doing anything to children or are wording people, I don't care. That's not the issue. The issue is that because people get that political power in these positions, they misuse it.
Right.
Okay.
If you have the political power, would you give your coochie away?
I'm not going to troll the topic.
I'm not trolling the topic here, but it starts from the top.
That's her personal life.
She gave coochie.
They are qualified. They are qualified, but they don't follow.
Look how they have blue skies.
Okay, I'm gonna have to go because I can't talk about that lady's sexual.
Okay,
whatever she does.
That. But it's about her incompetence. The reason why the prosecutors are incompetent because they boss is incompetent. Who do a RICO trial and don't know how to do a RICO trial? A bunch of unqualified DEI people. It's the same thing. We're trying to dissect incompetent people that are black that should have never gotten the position. It is what it is. She got elected because she was ghetto. People stayed home, older black folks. Oh my gosh, you remember my granddaughter. But because of her incompetence, we have Young Thug, an innocent black man, is literally in a cell because of an incompetent judge and an incompetent prosecuting office. This is unfair. And if you're black, live in Fulton County, in that part of Georgia, you should be voting against her. You need a MAGA type of a prosecutor that understands law and order. It reminded me when Tasha was in court and the judge said to her lawyers, you guys need to go back to the first year in law school. Ms. Willis and her goons need to go back to the first year of law school because they don't know what the hell they're doing in this trial. This is a grossly waste of taxpayers' money. It's a waste. You mean to tell me the jury got to not watch the news week after week because a prosecutor is trying to have a legal win so she can get reelected in November? That's how I'm taking it. I have to be honest. We have to stop as black people getting folks elected only because they're black. We must first ask the question, is they qualified? Because judging by her past and how nasty she is in the bedroom, hiring her boyfriend, it's very sloppy work. If this was a MAGA, a conservative prosecutor, they will be faithful to the office and uphold the Constitution and will not drop their draws and then give a gig to their man. It's sloppy. And if we're not willing to have that conversation, there is no conversation to have. We must first address the issue here. And it starts from the top. She should drop this case, throw it in the trash, because he's innocent. You cannot tell me Young Thug ain't innocent. Everybody that came on the stand, that ain't happen like that. I ain't say that. What? I don't remember. I don't recall. These are the prosecutor lead witnesses. Lead witnesses. These are the prosecutor lead witnesses. They getting on the stand saying, I don't remember. Or what? I plead the fifth. That ain't my name. Where am I at? They acting like they got early signs of dementia to the situation. Let the case go. Well, I'd like to take up a conversation. I agree with him on qualifications based on position. Are you qualified? Because if they were qualified prosecutors, they wouldn't dare try to bring up a RICO case. Not on the state level. You're not qualified to do what the federal do. The federal prosecutors live and breathe RICO cases. They know it from page 1 all the way to the end of the code. These prosecutors don't know what they're doing. They're over their head, meaning they're not qualified to do a RICO case. It's simple. Anybody else want to call in? You're more than welcome to call in and give your thoughts. We can open up the phone line. The reason why I don't want to get into the thing is a bunch of unqualified DEI prosecutors that got it because there was a woman and black. Watching that mess, they're unqualified to do it. And if you don't believe so, look at that waste of the state. Literally, all these tax dollars are just funding it through in this wasteful spending. She want this trial, Miss Willis want this trial a win so she can brag during on the campaign trail. But she wasn't banking on Young Thug having qualified attorneys that know the law. Young Thug attorneys know the law better than the prosecutors. That's why it's delayed. That's why they try to get the judge removed. Baby, the judge was having secret meetings, unqualified. He got it because he's an old black man. He ain't qualified to do this trial. Only thing he was qualified to do was to work and have that conversation. You running off your guest talking, okay. And the Wiley Show is still live. Glamour Speaks _7. And Megan Cuna was able to come on the show. And if you don't like what I'm saying, that's a you problem. And ask me, do I care? Please just ask me. Okay, hold on. Make sure you turn me down the back. You got me. Hold on 1 second. I'm gonna bring you on. So hold on 1 second. I want you to make sure you don't have, so they can hear you. So I want to make sure you're good. All right, Carl, you're on the air. Go ahead.
Hi, Mr. Wiley. How are you?
I'm blessed, honey. You see, yeah. What you got to say about this?
First of all, Mr. Wiley, you are so wild.
What? What did I know?
You done ran those ladies off, and you know good and well we were getting all the scoop from Megan Cuna because she done Miss Nosy Wosy, and we love it. We love her. Thank you, Miss Megan Cuna, for coming up. We really, really appreciate it. Hope to see you again on the Wiley Show, in which we love as well. And
we love Megan Cuna. She always welcome.
Yes, Wiley. But next time, don't run her away because she was giving us the juice. Okay.
I mean, but at the trial, I didn't run anybody away. I don't know. I can't say I ran her away. I can't say that.
You Yeah, because you gotta watch what you say with certain people.
I don't have to never. Hold on, let me tell you something. When you own what you do, you never have to watch what you say, honey. Only coons do that. Only coons do that. When you a boss, when you have your own show, coons do that. Bosses make stuff up. Coons.
Well, from that
don't
perspective,
be
I understand it now.
To satisfy others. Be you.
Yeah, you right on that.
Oh, you gonna be a coon. Which one you gonna be?
Look, you said what you said, and nobody disagreed with it. That was your opinion.
Because it's my opinion on my show.
That's right. That's right. Because you're the king of your show. You're very much right on that. But next time, just let us stay for a little bit longer before.
Ain't no next time. No, I don't have no control when people want to leave when it get hot in the kitchen.
Oh,
you understand what I'm saying?
That's right. Yeah.
So I just want people to understand, and this is something that I have to tell people on the Wiley Show. Just because I got a fucked up eye, don't mean my personality is fucked up. So, amen.
What? Wait, whoa. What did you just say?
Do you know what I just said?
No, I did not.
Just because I have a fucked up eye, don't mean my personality is fucked up.
You're smart as ever. So
very intelligent. And when you look like me, you must demand to stand on business when you do your own show. And this is why I tell people is this is not CNN, this is not MSNBC, and this is not BBC News Network. This is the Wiley Show where we can really be ourselves. We're not a news channel. We're not mainstream media outlet where we confirm about it. We can be more.
And you know what, Wiley? That is one of the reasons why I believe that myself and a lot of your other fans do watch you is because of your authenticity and the fact that you are open about your challenges in the world and you still stand strong. So I do admire that about you, and that's one of the reasons why I watch you and I call in from time to time. But again, on the YSL case, I'm Team YSL all day, and I hope they walk because this case has been the most foolish case, but it also shows a lot of legal abuse. And what I mean by that is like personal abuse of power, abuse of legal power. Those people were not prepared to take on a RICO charge, and I think they should have never titled it that. I believe YSL should win their case alone because it was labeled a RICO trial, and it was nothing RICO about it. True. The people over the trial. And see, the thing about it is when it comes to court, it's about what you can prove based off what the charges are. They're charges based off what you can prove and based off what the state put in the system. The state has not proven that. You see what I'm saying? So with that, I will be seeing Young Thug walk, and this will be a celebration for Team YSL. Our brother Woody has done a phenomenal job. I really take my hat off to him for the culture because Black people often too many times go through the system for no reason and because of their communities and their neighborhoods or association, affiliation, and basically most times just for being Black and being misunderstood. People think that they can just drag us, especially the Caucasian world. And they are the ones that rule popularity in the legal system and things like that. I mean, we're living in the 20th century, and guess what? There is so much BS still going on back from slavery days. They've just found a more upgraded way to handle it. And I don't think that there are enough Black lawyers. I don't think that there are enough Black doctors. I don't think there are enough Black people in the Senate and House and office. I don't think that there's been enough Black presidents. And this is the problem and why we can't thrive in today's society. And this is for all Black people. I think the YSL trial is a learning lesson for all of us to be strong when those people come against us. We're going to continue to have to fight for our freedom and for our justice, whether right, wrong, or indifferent. It's about what you charge me for, what you wrote on that doc. And you're not able to prove what you wrote on that document and you file with the court. So with that being said, irregardless of anything else that I have done, you did not charge me for that. So therefore I walk because you cannot prove your case. The judge should have been thrown from the case, Black men or not. You have showed so much just grossness throughout this entirety that I don't understand why the state of Georgia did not remove him. I just don't. I will never understand that, and maybe it's not for us to understand. But we're going to see him walk for a lot of reasons. Shout out to Young Thug. Shout out to Woody. Shout out to YSL. Shout out to the amazing attorney that Thug has. First of all, this man deserves a pay raise out this world. Everybody needs to get one of him. Everybody needs to get one of him.
I mean, as a defense attorney, you want somebody qualified to do the job.
Absolutely.
Versus someone that looked like you with the same skin color. You want somebody that's going to be qualified.
You want somebody that's qualified, but you also want somebody that's empathetic towards you.
Absolutely. And that person could be the opposite race. It could be.
That's right.
Right.
No. If you find the right white, guess what? They become a shield for you.
Because it's not always being, it's not being white.
Not everybody's racist.
Being right.
Not everybody's being racist. Not everybody's racist.
Right. That is qualified in the right position.
You want somebody that's qualified, and you want somebody that does not see race, does not see color, but sees justice. When it comes to legal defense, you don't want somebody who's kicking it with their friends saying nigger and they're not black.
Absolutely.
Because number one, they're not going to fight for you.
We thank you so very much for calling. I'm gonna go to these other callers. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, because how many more? We have one other call on here. I'm gonna bring them on. And we want to thank that caller for coming on and giving their thoughts. We are live, you guys. For coming on. We want to thank Blue Skies for coming on. Can you turn me down the back? Hello? Can you? I guess you got to mute me. I'm hearing myself. You got me? Yeah, mute the video. Yeah. Because we live on the show, so I can bring you on the air. Make sure y'all share this live.
Okay, is it clear now?
It's clear. Go ahead, ma'am.
Oh, I just wanted to call, because I enjoy watching your show, and when you mentioned about having the qualification for the job position that you're applying for, I do agree with that. As far as like people having a high level of integrity and moral, standards, on these jobs, and not just, going according to somebody's race. I do agree along with that. So whatever you do, like with your personal lifestyle, it shouldn't show, concerning your business affairs with your coworker or coworkers.
Absolutely. Because if you, like, especially for women, it's difficult because if you're sleeping with someone, already they don't want women. Some people don't want women in position of power. So when you get in and you sleep with somebody, that's a stereotype that you have just played out to be true. That women are horny, they can't control their hormones, and it's sloppy because, and then you upgrade your man because he got that good ping, and you pingmatize, and you give him a top position. But then you go after the former president, and you think they're not going to have the best private investigators. And then now you have a RICO case against one of the richest rappers or most known rappers in hip hop, and you go after him, and then you don't have all your I's dotted and your T's crossed. It's just very sloppy. It's just that entire prosecutor office is sloppy because their leader is sloppy. And
that's
horrified. I'm sorry. Because if she was really about the law, she would have never brought a RICO against Young Thug and against his people. It's just simple.
Oh yeah, I agree. And I'm gonna make one more comment, and I'm going to end the call, Wiley. This is why I don't vote for the local politicians in my area, which I do live in the DMV area. Because for one, a lack of trust. And then for two, I really don't have like a great interest in politics. However, I do know that it's necessary, but I do agree along with you on that point too. As far as, like us Black people, who have that same like mindedness with, continually voting for the same people who aren't really for us Black people. It is more financial driven. And, and this is why you don't see the betterment of the communities. You don't see the betterment of the surrounding neighborhoods. You really don't see, like an increase of more resources, that can help the people. However, it's always this race card, this race card, this race card. And you know what I'm saying? So this is another reason too why I haven't voted, for president. I mean, because I don't believe in their policies, and I must be truthful. So you know what I'm saying? So my main focus point is keep your trust in the Lord, and just continue to ask God, to lead and guide us, in all ways. I mean, because overall, you do need to have a true foundation in the Lord. You know what I'm saying? Because everything else gonna fail. So but it is really sad, how a lot of people that that are in leadership positions, have really disappointed, and failed, failed people that really trusted, trust them, So I just wanted to share that with you and stay encouraged, and I'm praying for you all and the listeners.
Yes. So you're not going to vote for Trump on November 5th? You're not voting at all?
I'm kind of considering to vote this year. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just, asking the Lord to lead me, because I do know we have a right, a right to exercise, voting, what I'm saying, in the land. So, what I'm saying? So I am kept up on that wise. So I may cast a vote this year.
You should. I think you should vote for Trump. And the reason why I say that is because he's more competent for the job. Inflation was lower. You was paying less in taxes with Trump in office. Your groceries was lower. So was your gas, low gas prices, historical low gas prices. Under Biden, everything is extremely high. Migrants weren't flooding the country under Trump. And also, there was no wars the way that it is now. Because Trump made sure he governed with an iron fist. He put every country that was at odds with us in check to make sure, hey, if you play with us, we got a bigger rocket, if that makes sense. And I also want to say to you, ma'am, always vote in your local and state elections, because before the president or anything of that touches you, it would be like your state or your city or county will hit you first. So you always be aware and just Google whatever your interests are. If it's increase the minimum wage, and look for candidates that want to support that. If it's lower property taxes, or if you're paying rent, Google candidates that's standing up for rent control to make sure that they can put a policy, a law in place that they can't jack your rent up every time you renew your lease. So you always want to be educated in that. And it's just a simple Google search and ask questions. And the first basic step is to Google with your zip code, like who is my congressman, who is my congresswoman, who is my senator, who is my state rep, who is my state senator, and go and meet them, because each of those offices have what they call constituents night, where they meet people like yourself. You live in a district, and they have, you can talk to your congressman, you can talk to your congresswoman, you can talk to your senator. So you always want to participate in the process, so you can be educated on how the system works, and then you got to know how to finesse to make sure the system works for you and your family.
That's true. I thank you for that advice. That's true. That's very true. Thank you so much.
Well,
enjoy the rest of the
day. Thank you, ma'am. All right, y'all. We were talking about, thank you, ma'am, for the Young Thug trial. It got hot in the kitchen. Shout out to Megan Kuhn, y'all. Make sure y'all go to her YouTube channel. I'm a huge fan of her channel. Huge fan of what she does. I got to resubscribe to her newsletter because she does incredible work over there. If I'm not mistaken, the last story I read on there is when somebody was banned from LA Fitness. I believe that she covered that story. It was somebody that was harassing LA Fitness and pretending that she was an employee and an owner, and she got like literally banned from all locations of LA Fitness. I believe I got that story from Megan Kuhn's newsletter. Now, we're going to move on into these other topics here. So I don't know if y'all heard, okay? Megan the Stallion child have been buying bots. They're alleging that Megan Thee Stallion have been buying bots, fake streams. And we posted about it on wildertroll.com. And I want to say shout out to myself for doing all this heavy work. And I'm like, girl, not you out here buying streams. Now we do know we have YouTubers that's bad views, and we've been ahead of the curve exposing this, but this woman has been buying streams on Spotify, you know what I'm saying, and to jack up her album to go to #1. Now, that's not Michael K. Williams. I believe Michael Williams here, may God rest his soul, he had been exposing this years ago, artists out here buying streams and buying numbers, and it's just crazy to me that people are buying streams. Now, in here, in a surprising turn of events, Megan Thee Stallion, latest album, Megan, has been repositioned on the Spotify charts. Released late last month, the album has been a hit among her dedicated fan base, featuring collaboration with Glorilla, Rontera, Monty, or Monat. I hope I said it right. I said Monty Monat. However, recent reports from No Jumper indicated that Spotify has removed 30 million streams from the album, allegedly due to detection of bot-like activity. As of now, the exact reason for the removal have not been confirmed. The controversy has sparked a heated debate on social media. Many fans have rallied to make a defense, arguing she likely had no involvement in the latest fighting. Conversely, critics, including supporters of Nicki Minaj and Tory Lanez, have seized the opportunity to criticize her and cite her own lyrics and hits about having bots instead of real fans. Megan yet to publicly address the body allegations, but she doesn't seem overly concerned. Recently took to Instagram to promote the European leg of her Hot Girl Summer Tour with Miss Banks. Wait a minute. Additionally, she has been teasing several non-music projects, including an upcoming twerk out her own tequila brand, while the release dates for ventures remain undisclosed. Megan gave fans a sneak peek of her tequila and made promising it will arrive soon. Beyond social media, new project, Megan also made an appearance on Shannon Sharp Club Shay Shay podcast, celebrating her album launch with a star-studded release party. Despite the current controversy, she continued to engage with her fans and expand her brand. What do you think about the rumors of Megan Thee Stallion having 30 million streams removed due to botting? How do you feel about her latest album? Share your thoughts in the comment section below. Stay tuned to wildershow.com for more updates. So my thing is, this is such a problem. And the culture. And it's sad because I have been sleeping so much better, you guys. Because now I know, girl, you getting this stuff from organic viewership. But the girls like Megan and Armon, they want to just buy robots. They need to crack down on that. Honestly, I'm going to write my Congress representative, and I'm going to tell them, propose a law. If you caught buying bots to reposition you and streaming it, you should get some prison time. Because I think that's crazy. Because that's a form of fraud. And it's crazy that people are doing it, and it's on steroids, baby. Now, the music industry has been doing it for years. They've been doing it on radio, Reason Palms, Get Your Music Spin, and all of that. And they have took it on Spotify, just buying these farms and just bots, just all bots. And then we wonder why when these folks be going on concerts, they really can fill the room. Like some of these YouTubers, they will try to meet and greet, and they be shocked when 80 million people don't show up because you buy bots. You gotta stop buying the bots because when you do a meet and greet, you literally gotta get people in the flesh. You see what I'm saying? So, if you bought number bots, then you say, "Hey, I'm gonna be in Virginia." Ain't nobody coming because you bought bots. It's so bad for me personally that I have been swatted. I have, people calling me on all different numbers. I had to block more numbers yesterday. It's crazy. But people do it, and it's like a finesse game. Like, look at me, I'm really successful. Look at me, I'm this. Look at me, I'm that. No, you're crazy because you're buying your footing. You didn't earn it. So I respect people like myself that I earned every view. I earned every like, and I did not pay for it. It's by my hard work, right? I had people like Megan Cuniff on the show, Blue Skies on the show, because of true organic reach. When I met Blue Skies first came into my show, I was on my show on Blog Talk Radio. Everything about Wiley is word of mouth. It is not, you know what I'm saying? It's nothing wrong with paying for marketing, boosting your posts, paying for that. That's one thing, just to get your product to more people. But just to say, hey, I'm just gonna buy, I want this video to have 1,000 live viewers, so I'm gonna pay for it. That's crazy. So I can count on my hand how many videos I had that had 1,000 people in the chat. I would say about 3 or 4 times I've noticed. But you got to keep going. You have your highs, you have your lows. You got to keep going. Don't give up. But to Megan Thee Stallion here, I don't think she personally did it because she's not somewhere, okay, I'm about to I'm about bots. No, it's people behind her because they want to position her as she's really getting these high streams. Like, no, if you just got 1 million streams, you just got 1 million streams. Because if her concert don't break records, then was it really worth it buying the streams? If you don't was it worth it? If she don't get 1 million people, was it worth it? And I would say no, it's not worth it. You got to stop playing these games here, you guys. And when I look at people that get up on these platforms and talk all this mess, and then you be pulling it back, baby, you know they bought them bots. What? Now you can let me know if y'all believe that. I don't believe that Megan did it, but do I believe her company, the people behind her, bought some bots? Oh, absolutely. To boost it up. She already gonna get the numbers, but they be so greedy. They want her to have the #1 in the first week. She may would have gotten there the second week or the third week. But why are you buying bots? I don't understand that. I don't get that. I ain't with that. I ain't with that ish. I'm with you getting it on your own. Stop with buying your footing because Spotify is coming because they have to pay you for a certain amount of streams per. I believe it's like 1,000 streams equals 1 album. I believe 1 album sale. So if you bought all that, they paying you like people are really effing with your stuff. And they looking like, well, these ain't really humans, these are robots. Then they missing out on money. Like they so number hungry. I just want to touch somebody and say, hey man, I watched Wiley's show. I was talking with my producer yesterday, Tasha, and we was having a conversation, and we were really going at it. I mean, I was talking about her, she was talking about my ex, or what she wasn't my ex, but somebody that I was screwing. And Tasha brought her up, like we was up late last night, and then we just left the phone laughing. It was entertaining, but she is a fan of the Wiley show. This is like a human being, like how we just have this family. This is a small family where we don't always see eye to eye, but we just have. It's just extremely fun. Like we had a ball on station here last night. And after that, I went on and went to sleep. But it was unfiltered. It was a banging ass conversation. Make sure y'all go check it out. But we didn't pay for it. It's people. They're alleging that Milagro Grams pay for streams on station here. Somebody told me, Jason Lee said that Milagro got 600 emails. Just talking to herself, commenting in the chat. They be saying she be in there with her mic muted, and she be all the people in the chat. She be running her own troll bar, responding to people, talking to Wilder, having sideline conversations. Do you know how sick in your mind that you can use that mindset to say, okay, let's do a marketing strategy. You're using stuff to suppress people. Just like folks come to the Wilder Show just to hate. Now we're finally getting our chat box back to where it was, people having good fun and not just throwing unnecessary shade. Because we went on a massive deleting those bots and we were making the Wiley Show chat fun again. We thank y'all coming on in. Tasha Nicole, I see y'all in here. She's moderating here. I see brand new in here. Love you, sis, for your amazing support that you have been doing to the Wiley Show. God bless you, sister, because I think it's great. Now, we also got to get into the whole situation with Armon Wiggins and this whole thing with KenBarbie. Now, I told y'all that Armon got fired. If you all have not heard, Armon is no longer employed at Fox. So instead of him talking about the elephant in the room, him getting his walking papers on his vacation, he taking the time out to talk about Cardi B and KenBarbie. They going back and forth. Kim talking about him. He talking about KenBarbie looking crunchy. You crashing out over and over and over and over. It's just like, it's like Armon going out bad, bro. This is sad. You already lost your job at Fox. Then you worried about what KenBarbie got to say. What do you care about that man got to say, man? That's why some folks, they be telling Wilder to take their meds. Somebody tell Armon to take his meds. Because ain't nowhere in the world you up there, Wiley, I'm concerned. Like, he gets so twisted in his mind. I can't even tell you how many times Armon have called into this show. And then he'll say, I'm never doing this again. I mean, like, come on now. Take your freaking meds, bruh. You worried about what so-and-so saying in the chat. Instead of you ignoring what so-and-so saying in the chat. Do you know the amount of nasty comments we have received and I'm not letting it bother me? I block it and keep moving. But not Armon. He look at the comments. Oh, I gotta go in. I gotta go do this. I gotta do that. What? You gotta go sit the F down somewhere because you overly doing something for what reason? There's no need for you to be concerned about what this person's saying about you. It's stupid. KenBarbie been friends with Cardi for years. There's no comparisons of you, Armon, and Cardi. You've been up that up. Have you forgotten? Going on the bus, saying the woman can't rap, saying the woman can't speak English properly. You said a lot of things about Cardi. So what would make you think that you're going to get a gig with Cardi, an opportunity with Cardi? Now, this other article I put on there, and thank y'all for like checking out the site. I'll post this in the comments here for those that do want to go and check it out. Show love to Wiley, to our site here. Y'all are really helping us on the site. Thank you for watching us, for reading what we put on there. And I love that you all have been doing that. Love you all so very much. Because that have been amazing on WileyShow.com. Y'all have definitely been up on there showing us some massive love. But this is the article that I put up earlier today. And, you know, I've been inspired. You know, it's a headline with this whole thing with Malaga, because she even went off on Armon too. And she went off on him on some stuff as well. So, yeah, it's always something. So this article I put up, I believe I did this today too. Yeah, this today. Today's 7. Okay, it's 7. Milagro the headline reads, Cardi B influence and Armon Wiggins disloyalty. Malago Graham shouldn't be worried about Armon Wiggins picking Cardi B over her. He is a Gemini and not loyal to anyone. Cardi B is a powerful celebrity who invited him to party with Lovely T. She even put some liquor down his throat. He's at the back of the line. He is at the back of the line to interview Cardi B. Malago Graham must understand that Armon Wiggins is not faithful and loyal to their friendship because he's a flip-flopper. He thinks he's moving strategically, but he's moving stupidly, in my humble opinion. He got fired from Fox Soul, Jay Salik, even his job at AT&T. Malago Graham must know that Armon Wiggins will never be faithful to her until he get clean and sober-minded. So he can never be faithful until he get clean. So until we as the people be honest with Armon and tell that man to get clean, you're going to be out here looking crazy. You're going to be out here looking crazy. That man just doing all crazy stuff. I mean, he gets up early on Twitter Spaces. Why you not on your YouTube? Strategizing how to grow. Like, you're crashing out, bruh. Why you ain't talking with reporters? Bro, you got a whole studio and ain't did none with it since you had it. What have you done lately, bruh? But getting fired. How dumb you are. You supposed to be this iconic celebrity influencer. You not even at the Essence Festival. All the who's who at the Essence Festival, and you two, like what Terry said, you too busy acting like a fool on X. Not acting like you are a fool. Everybody else got this, and that, this, that, and that, and you got nothing. Like, that's what I don't understand. And this is how you want to look. He's on the red carpet. That's corporate bag. Filter Fish. Baby, Filter Fish have took a fake picture to say he is at the Netflix special. No, you not. You Filter Fish. Stop playing. Get your life together, honey. Get your life together. And I said the same thing about Tasha K. I said, Tasha K, get it together. Because you have done some effed up stuff too. All y'all do is just sit and do effed up stuff. And I'm going to play y'all an old one, but good one of Tasha K. Let me play this when Tasha K was talking about Armon Wiggins and Cardi B lawsuit. Give me a second. Because we have all this stuff. We didn't kiss her butt. She said she was a fan. She said she was a fan of our show. You know how they do. I'm such a fan. His skin ain't that smooth. You know it. I love your show so much, Wiley. I'm a fan. Girl, bye. Stop lying. Y'all be saying that to try to stroke my ego. My ego don't need to be stroked, honey. Y'all, if y'all getting this tongue, it's because y'all didn't donate. Y'all didn't deposit no check. Now, Tasha K. did used to send super chats in that she can't do that no more. Her bank account got low.
Okay.
Wally! Wally, you had me doing the motherfucking Holy Ghost. I was texting Storm. I said, Storm, you see this shit? Storm was like, yes.
Look at that. She was texting Storm about me. You see how these people be treating Wiley? You see? I ain't got to put no banner up nothing. It's live. These people come on with the Wiley show and they just get to their line best. And they don't know. I don't care if they is confused. That's their problem. Go on to the doctor. Take some medicine. You came on the Wiley show. This is before her comedy. You don't need to help me.
I was like, what the? Listen. You know why people mess? You know why I don't miss a show of yours?
Uh-huh.
I mean, I can show you my like analytics in the back and tell you who I spend more time on. Your show is number one.
Oh wow.
On my list, yes. Because you're so real. Like you are not trying to be this person or that person. You're Wiley. You say
I'm still real. I'm still me. Y'all just fake and phony and liars. I am real as they come. Tasha, you ain't no nice person. You are a liar. How many black YouTubers you brought on that stage? You helped Storm. And Storm only had to come to you because he couldn't happen nowhere else. You thought Storm was going to be taking Armon Wiggins down. And only what they did, they both went down because they bought robots. Storm would have became out better staying with you. He wanted all of the views, and Storm had a very expensive lifestyle. Do you know how expensive it is to hide men when you humping them? Do you know how expensive it is having multiple devices? Do you know how expensive you got multiple aliases, fake passports? That's expensive. That's expensive. When you ain't real, you gotta have on shades. You gotta be all over here with your shades on. I don't want people to see me. I'm on coke. You gotta put on your shades. Look at Armon. He wear them shades because he be high. He be high. Storm wear them shades because he be high from the having man. This is my best friend. That ain't your best friend. That's your best man. You humping him. He humping you. And you women, some of y'all so stupid. It's one of the women up there. She got on that big fat wig. Look like Downer Ross wig fish. Smelling like stuck down hot fish. All she doing is giggling. She's so stupid. Let's play. What else you got to say, Tasha? Go on here, sister.
hey, I'm about to take my medication. Hey, I'm about to go to work. You know, you do this in between like your life. And that's why people stick with you.
Thank you. Do you feel like when having on with this lawsuit, with this situation, because you get dragged so much, but if someone is saying that they have information, your team have every right to name them, right? If they said it's
that you gotta understand, I'm not working my lawsuit. My lawyers are, and they're paralegals.
Okay.
So I find out stuff sometimes the same time as like everybody else. You see what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
So like I don't read that paperwork. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they go over like, hey, you know, this is what it is. Okay. But as far as like who they're capturing and what they're naming a person for, that's them to support my case. So that's what I pay them for. They get 20K a month.
I always want to ask you, Tasha, because they keep saying you broke. Are you broke, Tasha?
Well, listen, whether I'm broke or whether I have money, does that change the growth of my platform? Does that change me as a person? I tell you who not broke.
Who's not broke?
Storm motherfucking Monroe.
Oh, he's not broke. A lot of money.
You know, and my thing is this: he kept.
Storm made 300 motherfucking K last year. Why this motherfucker over here talking shit about me, bitch? Do you get it? Do you get what I'm saying? Oh wow, you about to use the motherfucking numbers tonight. How the fuck? See, that's how we get you. You too busy distracted over here and emotional, while motherfucker running numbers up on your ass. You know what I'm saying?
I hear.
Listen, when the podcast come back, everybody know you're my first guest.
Yes. Listen, I your husband.
The lie. This woman. See, this is why I tell these YouTubers. This woman it comes out easily on her. When the podcast come back, you the first person on the podcast. Mind you, the podcast been back. This woman will just lie. And I knew it was all lies. I was playing my part because she gonna hit the link. That's the best you gonna get from Tasha K. She ain't gonna help unless you ain't no threat to her. She ain't help. Like Bondi, Blue, whoever. She not gonna bring somebody that's extremely down on there. She just not. Hello, you live on the air. Hold on, you gotta hang up. You got people in the background. I'm live doing my show. What you talking about? Okay, go ahead. What you got to say? Oh, thank you so much. But I'm finishing up the show. I got to finish talking. Thank you for calling in. Thank you. I do the calls. I'm doing your work now. Okay. Know somebody calling there at work. I want them to get fired because I ain't got it if you get fired. You keep working. So you can donate to the Wiley Show. But that lie just come off Tasha K just so easily. Let's press play.
Great guy. You all have been a blessing to me. I feel like it should be an issue because when Candace were donating for mine, it wasn't an issue.
But here's the thing, you gotta understand, like both of them have a common interest, me. And it's like, listen, I know like you are non-biased in your commentary, but I was trying to tell you that shit from the get-go, like the shit she said about him behind the scenes on behalf of kissing up to me. And then to see these two together, it's like, I get it. They need that affiliation to make themselves feel stronger. But what I will tell you is that all of them motherfucking combined can't beat my numbers and my clout. And Wiley, I promise you, this ain't got nothing to do with him. I could care less about him. Like, it's been 4 years in the making. He's still going off. Platform's still stagnant. That's his fault. That's not your fault. That's not nobody else. That's his fault because of his belief system. But one thing I will tell you is that the same way when I met Storm had, I can't remember the subscribers or whatever, but it's gonna be the same thing with you.
Yes. And I appreciate it.
I have not made my way down to Dallas, but when I do, you're gonna be on the show. I'm gonna break the same motherfucking way.
Do you feel like people look at you and they see you as a laughing stock? Because he gets on there, he said that you're a laughing stock. But what I'm saying is you're doing what celebrities are trying to do. Get on the internet, get a show, get a podcast. So I don't understand why they say people are laughing at you and all you've been doing is growing and uplifting and growing your channel, helping other people out, entertaining folks. I don't understand how people say they laughing at you. I don't understand. That must be the people that he hang around.
Yeah, my wino gang don't laugh at me, so you know. Yeah, I mean, I can't speak on what he says or whatever, but I could just tell you what I know is the winos don't laugh.
Do you feel like you trying to be the next Wendy Williams?
No, I don't. Listen, I said this before. I appreciate the comparison. Like, I know where everybody is going with that, but there's only one Wendy.
Right.
That's it. And like, there's Tasha K, and my lane, my goals are completely different from Wendy Williams. I'm not trying to be a sister wife. You understand what I'm saying? Not a 13-year sister wife.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a cokehead. You know? I'm not an alcoholic.
No.
You see what I'm saying? Like, no, I appreciate where everybody is going with that. Wendy is a GOAT. You know what I'm saying? And I'm so happy that she's turned her life around completely. You know, she's speaking straight English now. You know, like she's back to herself. But no, like that's Wendy. I could never. I'm Tasha. This is a totally different path. I'm still young in my game, and I'm excited for what started as, you know what, didn't make it in mainstream media, so let me go on and do it on my own and just enjoy doing what I do from working. And the winos built that. And you know what's so funny is they thought they had me. They always think they got me. But while they making videos, I'm behind the scenes doing my motherfucking research. And we just tripled. Can I just say this for the wino gang? We just tripled the numbers that we motherfucking lost 3 months ago.
I feel you on that. Triple the numbers.
Triple the numbers. See, because people don't understand how this game works. It's just like you making money. You make some, you lose some. You make some, you lose some. That's the nature of life. If you can't take the hits, you don't deserve to do nothing that you want to do. You're not built for it.
I want to ask.
Got questions, Wally?
I have a question. He gets on his platform. Why do you feel like that, Armon? Do you feel like he hates you? Because I think. Why do you hurt you so hard?
Here's what happened. And I get tired of telling this story, but I was going. You gotta understand, like me and one of the other big, like one of the most biggest YouTubers fell out, and on top of that, I'm up and coming, and I tell a fucking international star kiss my ass. The whole internet is against me, right? So I happened to see one of his shows. I think you were on his show.
Yes.
Do you remember that?
I remember that, yes.
And I was in the comments and y'all was reviewing the Star Marie shit. And I was like, oh my God, great. The same shit I do today. I still do that same thing. People like, oh my God, she's a big YouTuber. What is she doing in the smaller YouTubers? Because shit, if you look at some of these other big YouTubers, I'm still a small YouTuber. But my name does carry weight. I do know that. And I'm not going to downplay, my influence out here. I'm not going to sit here and pretend like people ain't built channels off me. I'm not going to sit here and pretend like I was just looking at a channel the other day because somebody sent it to me and I'm like, oh, it's time for this person to make a video because he got to make this money. The YouTube revenue was going in. The YouTube revenue was clocking out. You understand? So, and then when I hear you say, we got the same views and I got less subscribers, that lets you know like you are engaging towards the people. And those are just the facts of it.
Yeah, that's true.
And I know he's burning like inside that I'm affiliated with you. I'm affiliated with Storm and I'm affiliated with a lot of other big celebrities that he wants to be affiliated with.
Come on.
I get that. But you know what I'm saying? Everything that I have, I work for it. When I get a call from the TI camp, bitch, I earned that.
And that was inspiring.
I earned it.
I know you can't really talk about that.
I earned the right to blow up blind. You understand?
Yes.
So, like, my thing is like, here's what happens. I kid you not. I went back and counted. He was crying so bad. I said, did I do something wrong? So I went back to I had Metro PCS at the time before I switched over to Verizon. Metro PCS was $45 a month, unlimited talking text, okay? So I went back and I pulled the records because he was crying so much. I said, well, maybe I do need to figure it. What did I do wrong? You know what I'm saying? I had never met him. I couldn't tell you what he looked like in person. You see what I'm saying? And how much time, let's be real, how much time can a person spend on the phone for 47 days to earn 4 years worth of dragging, and only dragging, when he need to make that YouTube cut check? Let's just keep it, in the words of Jack Wright, let's just keep it a bean. Let's just keep it a motherfucking bean. But I'm just saying, like, I went back and I said, I only talked to him. I only knew him for 47 days. I wasn't talking to him every day. I was giving him inside stuff into the Star Marie situation. I was jumping on his channel to help get that shit going in the search engine. And let's just be honest, Wiley. Be honest. Would he be in this motherfucking search engine if it wasn't for me under his videos that day that I saw you and him?
You helped. Yes.
How many subscribers did he have at that time?
He was at like what? Maybe 1,000. Maybe
not even that. It was 597.
Yeah, it was a low number. What I'm saying is
not 5,000. It was 597.
Yeah, it was a low number, and you came in. You did, and you shared them.
Yeah, like I don't understand. Like how you mad? Come on, I didn't share your stuff. He wanted to pay me. I don't charge nobody unless you a motherfucking company to share your stuff. If I believe in you, I believe in you. But he needed me to share him, and when I said, you know what, I'm not gonna take your money, but I'll share it. I shared it anyway. But then when I saw him throw shade at me on that video, I called him. I said, did you just throw shade at me? Please don't unfollow me, because he knew that I had just dropped Lovely T's ass. Please don't unfollow me. I didn't mean to do that. Please don't do that.
Because he acts as though that you didn't help him at all. He said with this picture that
you know what, Wiley? You know what? I don't need no credit. I don't need no credit. Everybody knows it's there because listen, his channel only moved when my motherfucking name is in the title. He can talk about one of the biggest, most. I'm talking about like out of this world stars right now. Cardi motherfucking B. And my name gets more views than when he talks about a bitch's pussy that he won't even fucking smell if she gave it to him for free. Because that's how much he hates pussy. She can open her legs and tell him, you know, I'm Cardi B. Ain't my pussy. Tell me he won't spit on that fucking shit. He gonna go like this. Not because she Cardi B, but because she's a fucking woman.
Oh wow! Okay, I hear you. Wiggins, I see the way that you're going.
Everybody that I see, that I know, or that my lawyers see, and the people send it to them. If I see your ass doing shit, your motherfucking ass gonna get brought in that shit too. You've been talking about it this motherfucking long. What? Welcome to the paperwork, bitch.
Do you think that scared Armon in the paperwork? Because when he was mentioned in the paperwork, you said numerous videos. Do you think that scared him a little bit?
Listen, I don't know what it did to him, but I know he can't motherfucking lie on the oath. You get up there and say what you want to say. I know he can't motherfucking lie on the oath.
Oh,
you can try.
Mm-hmm.
But let me tell you something. We pulling real receipts. All of a sudden, you're not. I don't never talk to her. I never talk. You got motherfucking screenshots in your video. You dumb. How dumb are you?
Yes, screenshots.
Oh no, I don't know. I never talked to her. Oh no, you got screenshots of you talking to her. Are you serious?
Boy.
Now, am I lying?
You're not lying. I did see the screenshots, and that's what I'm saying.
He wanted clout. He got it.
Mm-hmm.
He got it. Congratulations. Law of attraction and them goddamn crystals and dirt is working, bitch. Now let's see who gonna snitch on who, bitch. Under oath.
So I want to ask you this, how do you describe your platform? Because he always talking about your platform is not shit, it's wrapped up.
If it ain't shit, why does it do so much for his?
Mm-hmm.
Let Wiley, please pull up the numbers. Go ahead, pull up the channel.
If you look at the numbers.
Go. Just look, when he got my name, people think that I'm doing the fucking video. I've had so many winos tell me that. Bitch, I thought you was live. And guess what? He'll end up, he'll drop. He'll be like at 2,000, then he'll be at 3,000, then he'll drop back down to 2.9. Bitch, my shit don't drop.
Go on. He did a video 4 months ago about the Cardi B exposed Sashki on IG Live. That was 114,000 views. That he had.
No, when he did a video on his
On Cardi, how many views did it get?
And then he did a video about Cardi B today, and that only got 16,000 views.
I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. Because listen, I'm still to this day, even though when I told him I'm not fucking with you no more, and that's when his ass got up, oh, your husband's gay. Oh, bitch, you're this. Oh, you're that. Just because I don't want to fuck with you, just because you fake and I saw your true colors.
Yeah, because he had
just because you were using me, which is cool, like you. But when I find out, that's a problem. And he's been like this the entire time. And I'm just surprised that he's surrounded by 2 amazing content creators. He can talk about all, matter of fact, he's surrounded by 3 that are connected. But I'm the only one that drives your motherfucking numbers. What does that say? And that's no shade to them because I fucking love them. Do you understand what I'm saying?
I hear you.
Everybody got a business but you. I'm your business. And like I said, I don't care. You can drag me, but listen, Wiley, you inspired me to talk.
Mm-hmm. Because
can you get in, Shay? Shay.
Yeah, I'm Tasha K live on the you guys. Make sure y'all share this live and like the video. But because it gets me anytime that you come over here, you show love. I think the day.
My bad. I'm giving Wiley a show though. We live. You know, Wiley got to get them numbers. You gave me the Holy Ghost today. Go ahead, Wiley.
So, do you feel like because when he dragged T.S. Madison, you know, that was not be a drag, and now that they're cool, you know what I'm saying? I look at that and I'm like, wow, okay, you dragged her and now y'all cool. I understand that. But I do want to ask you this question, Tasha. I don't know if you did here. I want to ask her one last question with this.
Can I say something? Can I say something before you answer that question?
Uh-huh.
No, Baby, I just got to give it to Wiley. I really do. I'm so proud of T.S. Madison's transition. She has came through a lot. Okay? People have dragged her name. They have tried to they took her channel down.
Yes, they did.
And she came back and got 100,000. Okay? She just got her plaque. She got a reality show. How many YouTubers do you know go from YouTube to their own network?
Come on. She's one.
And everybody said that she would not do it.
Mm-hmm.
Let me say this. There was a conversation had. I said, what after everything that was said? I don't need no problems. I just want to do my show. And I need to keep them quiet. Mm-hmm. You understand? She's a trans woman.
Yes.
Anything, you saw they just dropped T.I. and Tiny over allegations that ain't even been proven.
Yes.
Imagine with her being a trans woman, she already has 3 strikes. She's black, she's trans, she's a woman. She's a woman. She don't need nobody saying nothing because he is the type when he sees you doing that, the attacks are on. Just like you said. Didn't he interview somebody that was a rapist or something connected to her?
Yeah, he
did.
You
know what that would have done to her career?
He did do that.
So what do? You keep your enemies close.
Mm-hmm.
And she's smart for doing that.
She's very smart. Because he was on the platform bragging her about that and interviewed someone concerning that. She really did. You're right about that. Do you feel like with this situation...
And let's just be clear, the dragon stopped when the reality show was announced, and that was on my show.
Come on. Surely
so
did.
If y'all want to get the facts right, let's lay down the timeline. When TS was on my show with Storm, I knew about the reality show. That's when it stopped.
Yeah.
And that's when she saw a way in to say, you know what? Let me keep him close. I guarantee he won't be on that motherfucking show.
She should allow somebody to say that.
And you know what? And you know what? I don't even care if she get mad, but it is what it is. Like it is. I get it. Like her brand is everything. That's her bread and butter.
Mm-hmm.
And if I got the lick your little pissy dick to do, I will do it. This is my check. She takes care of her mom.
And she does.
And a few other people.
That's good that you're happy for her, and I'm excited. I want to get your thoughts about this with the whole situation because your name were mentioned. I don't know if I should bring this person's name up.
What person? What are you talking about?
Michelle did mention your name. And
oh, child, that is unreal. You know what's so funny is I used to be inspired by her blog. I used to, before I was even a blogger, I was on her site. But she got upset over one video, and she has been fucking Daniva and me for years. Now, when I clap back, it's a problem. Oh, you you shouldn't talk about her being fat. You should talk about her being that. No. Like, fucking Daniva said some real shit today. Like, he ain't thinking about that girl. Me and fucking talk all the time. He don't mention her. And that girl's still sitting over there miserable. Down there in Lennox in that condo that she ain't sold because the value was low. Talking shit about a man that has literally put himself on. Fucking Daniva has put himself on.
Do you think you ever have a conversation with Michelle Taylor and try
No, absolutely. No. Mm-mm. Sorry to cut you off. No, there's no reason. I don't know her. She don't know me. Couldn't imagine what that closet smelled like, though.
We don't know how the closet is. I expect it.
It's a small space, and she's a big woman.
I expect it to be beautiful.
Okay.
It's beautiful. But I will ask you this because, Tasha, you have fell out with a lot of people. Do you ever think like, hey, let me try to resolve these relationships? Have you ever do that?
No, I ain't fell out with nobody that I
and say, hey, let me pick up the phone and say, hey, sis, let's talk about it.
No. Tasha K is thriving without her. I'm good. I learned my lesson. No more friendships, no more YouTube ships, okay? If I see that you are something that just needs a little, just a little push, I'm behind you. I love to see people win. That's why I win, because I love to see people win. Mm-hmm. And everybody that's talking about me is winning because of me.
Yeah, I would say, Tasha, you are an amazing person.
Thank you, Wiley.
YouTubers. You're a great way to help people get subscribers to get views. I give you that. And you have also been a great ally to up and coming YouTubers. And I give you that. Do you feel like with your platform that since you do a certain type of way, like an example with the Jack Alright documentary, some people were saying, one of the critics was saying, oh, she's disrupting this family, causing problems. Do you regret interviewing Jack Alright's family members?
No, they came. You know what's so funny is when I finally reached out to Sam, I didn't even know till after the documentary was over that they had reached out to me after I did that interview with her to say thank you. You saw through her bullshit. And I took a hit, and everybody was kicking me, just kicking a bitch while she was down. Same thing they was doing to fucking Daniva yesterday. Now look. He's back. He's resilient. My husband just said, who said you was down? You was never down. That's true. But the appearance of it was down. The check was up.
Right, because I even said your sponsors are still there. You ain't losing nothing. Even when on YouTube, people will unsubscribe, they will subscribe. It goes up there like the stock market, up, down, up, down, up, down.
That's the nature of life. You win some, you lose some, but at the same time, as long as you're always going, you're always winning. And I'm humble. I know that's how it works. I know that people can give a shit about what I say as long as that content is coming. That's the only thing that matters is that content.
Because Jack Wright said, I'm going to read the note what she said. She said, quote, she said, Kiwi Studio is running a criminal enterprise.
Oh, child.
How did that make
she running a crack house in that lady's basement, child. Please somebody go check on that lady.
How did it make you feel when she contacted Child Protective Services on you? Because she had the information wrong, but I always want to ask you, how did that make you feel when she was doing that? Did you cry? Were you angry?
I laughed. I really did. I laughed. My husband laughed. My daughter, when they came to the door, she was like, what the? You to me? You got to take upstairs to your room. The lady around there too busy looking at my house. I'm like, oh my God, your house is just beautiful. She's going through every room. But no, they called and they apologized. Because she was sloppy with it. And I think she said something about me like, they had got a call about me sexually abusing my kids.
Wow.
And there was a video online. I said, well, why didn't they send you the video?
That's crazy.
Yeah, but no, I'm not worried about that. It's funny because I was with some top celebrities the other day, and I was like, these bitches called fucking CPS on me. They did you too. They did me too. I was just like, oh damn, I don't feel bad no more.
It's because when she contacted people on you, she kept talking about your husband with a green card. I'm like, that's not immigration. That's a totally different department.
My husband is a legal citizen, child. He is an American citizen. People need to stop with that shit. Okay, and my husband got his college degree over here. Pay for it cash.
Very educated.
How much was it again? 90,000 out of pocket? Check. 90,000 as an international student. People need to stop that. That man was learning English at UNBC before he even met me. And they hate that he's intelligent. He has the business degree. I don't. He runs the company. I'm the talent.
When I look at that, Tasha K, I think that's so amazing of the beautiful relationship of doing that. But do you feel like your family come out attacked because you introduced them on camera, you put them on camera? Do you regret that, or do you want to say, hey, let me not put it, because people mention a lot of your children all the time. You have a conversation and say, hey, let me just make this private and don't put them on camera. Because they do mention your husband, they mention your children, they do this all the time.
Yeah, see, I'm a very open person. You know what I'm saying? And so my mistake was mistaking my openness for their privacy. So a lot of times when they're on camera, you see, I just do it to my husband. I just put. Hold on for a second. Hold on.
So we have Tasha live on the air. Shout out to y'all in here. Make sure y'all like the button. Make sure y'all the show.
Hold on. Okay, so somebody come to the door. I ain't gonna pay any phone. So listen. Yeah, so a lot of times, you know, I'm proud of my family. I'm proud, like that I love them. So I want them definitely to be a part of and let people see who inspires me to be who I am. You know what I'm saying? And so my biggest mistake, but you live and learn. I'm not sharing my family no more. It's a wrap, especially when somebody maliciously tried to get my child or my kids removed and put out on the internet that I was sexually abusing my children. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So it's like they will never ever. I'm telling you, when people see Talk to again, they're not even gonna know it's her. Mm. You see what I'm saying? They're not even gonna know what Lamine looks like, and I hate that it's come to that. But they shouldn't have to. They shouldn't have to be. I understand, like, people are mad at me because they don't like my content or whatever. That's cool. But my kids, they off limits. They are off limits. I'm sorry. I know y'all want access to me and my family, but it's just not gonna happen no more.
Because when all of this came to play, and I understand that, but did you have a conversation with Jaguar Wright's mother and get an update on that? Because that was one of the ones that were saying Tasha K is lying.
No, I did have yes, me and Jack's mom did talk. She's a very nice lady. Mm-hmm. I don't understand. Did you see how this woman was talking to her mama?
I want to ask you about that. How did that make you feel when Jaguar Wright came from Netherlands?
I just can't, like, she's lived her life. Mm-hmm. And you should be able to enjoy your latter years. Mm-hmm. You don't know when your mom's gonna transition.
That's true.
And you antag that, like, that was she was antagonizing her mom. Mm. You know?
I hear you. I heard it. I was like, oh, that's your mom.
You know what? I'm just glad that we were able to shed some light on that whole situation and people see it for what it is now.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. You got a new project that you're working on that you're going to release with R. Kelly. With the I'm trying to understand. So this is about the spokesperson, the person that used to work for R. Kelly. Is this what that's concerned about with the new document that you got coming out?
I can't speak on it because legally we got to get everything together. So like what we put out is what we can put out just to kind of put people out there. But like I can talk to you about it off camera.
Okay. But you really travel. I want to see. It's something I don't ask you because I be want to know, but you're so busy. And I don't want to damage like, Tasha, what you doing? Who you working with T.I.? Because I congratulate you on T.I., but I want the information. Like, what did y'all do? Because I really want to see that. That I really want to see you on that mainstream level, the Breakfast Club. I would love to see you on there because you've done so much with Charlamagne. You broke so many stories. Even with the Wendy Williams story, you broke that. And you were the one that talked about the baby and brought it up that, you know, the side chick had a baby. That was very iconic. Do you feel like Wendy Williams should have gave you credit that she got it from Tasha K instead of Page Six and these other outlets that she gave credit to?
Because she worked on it with Kevin. Kevin wasn't going to allow that. Kevin can't stand my ass. I in the words of Funky Dineva, I fucked up the thing. Wendy was his meal ticket. Wendy was his source of income. This man had 2 households. You understand? That costs money. You understand? So, like, he was upset that I outed him. He was upset that I told the bit. And he was like, I would, you know, when I talked to him, why couldn't you have waited? Because she was in rehab and you knew she was in rehab. I got a job to do. I mean, me and her are in the same field. You should know this is business. Now, do I feel bad about, like, at the time, like, but I can't help the circumstances. I definitely can't change it back. Her being at her downfall and then the baby came, she was going to find out anyway.
Do you feel? How do you make you feel when you don't get that credit? Because
I did. I set Wendy free. My husband just said that I set her free. I did set her free. You're right. My husband right here. He was like, "You set her free." Shit, it's true.
Because it's true. Even with, and I want to ask you about R. Kelly. I gotta ask you about, you know, Azriel's father. He is saying that you're a liar because you put an allegation that she's on coke. And she said that she's on drugs. Her father is a drug dealer. And he said, no, Apollo, I'm not a drug dealer. Tasha K is a liar. How did that, what's going on with that? Because I thought y'all were cool. I thought you and him were like.
Well, first of all, anybody that I'm doing business with, I'm not their friend.
Okay.
I'm very clear about that up front. So although me and Angelo had a very smooth rapport because it fit his narrative, it was good. But once other receipts and information are introduced into the equation, it changes the narrative. So just because you've given me information to fit your narrative, I'm just supposed to allow people to just continue to think that this is what it was, although there's more being introduced into the story. And that's probably why he's upset, because he asked me to call him. I never called him. Never once on my kids asked to interview Azriel. Never once. I always knew Azriel wasn't going to be truthful enough front about her story.
You think
I told y'all, I told the public about her conversation with R. Kelly.
You said that she was a drug addict.
Well, she was on coke real bad. And I don't know if you noticed, her behavior is very cokish. And so that was one of the reasons why R. Kelly really didn't want her to go home until she got clean. So, and listen, if I'm lying, Angelo got a lawyer on deck. He has an attorney at bay. So does Azriel.
So when you said that, you pretty much put out. I was shocked when you said this, Tasha. You said that maybe R. Kelly is innocent.
I said maybe.
You said maybe, and I was shocked when you said that because you were one of the components. He needs to be locked up. You need to be in prison. He's guilty.
In this particular situation, everything that I was given was facts based on the parents' narrative.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So, but when the other side comes in and says, hey, well, this did happen, but here's why. Oh, well, damn. And this story is a lot deeper. I know you're on my Patreon, and once I get clearance to share it publicly, I will. But it's a lot of twists and turns to this.
You personally,
and bottom line, it all leads back to money.
Do you personally feel like R. Kelly is innocent? Your personal like he's innocent or guilty?
Now, of him sleeping with children in the past, I don't think he's innocent in that. I mean, we saw the tape. It was what it was. He had the same relationship with the parents. The parents damn near lived with him. You understand? The girl lived with him. And it's fucked up that everybody around him supports whatever he does as long as there's a number involved. Drea was screaming, oh, just in 2018, R. Kelly's my husband. Oh my God, support. Go to the concerts. Go this. As long as she was getting a child support check, check dried up, she went where the check was, Lifetime. And so when other information is introduced, I'm sorry, but I'm nobody's friend in this business. My only friend I got is my viewers, and my only allegiance to them is giving them what I have, and whatever they pull from it, because you got your truth, their truth, and whatever you pull from it is the truth. That's why we got juries. And so in this situation, I think a lot of stuff was exaggerated, and a lot of smoke and mirrors were created. And I do not think that the Fed case will stick because of all of them being discredited. And they have. And that's why he was offered a deal. Like, if you hold this man without bond, but you giving him a deal to get out, and he say, no, I'm not taking no deal, 3 years. He already served 2. He would be out in like mid-2021.
Wow.
Because all you got to do is I think it's like 90% fair time.
Yes, absolutely. Good behavior.
But all he had to do was register his brother. He said, no, I'm not doing it. So what does that tell you?
That tell you that he's probably innocent.
But here's the thing too. It's like, if they had such a strong case, they wouldn't be trying to make a deal with him.
That's true. You're right about that.
Since when the fans they making deals like that? That ain't no deal. He's already served that time.
I'm here for Tasha because when you said that, kind of was shocking. I'm like, wow, because I don't really hear any updates concerning the R. Kelly case. When it's turned, I know the cousin I heard was arrested for offering someone a bribe to change their testimony. But I thank you, Tasha K, for even reporting on that, because you were one of the voices with the R. Kelly stories.
I know we gotta go. Yeah, we gotta have dinner. We got a dinner meeting and stuff. So I gotta, get my Uber and shit. But Wiley, I'm so proud of you, and I'm so proud that you stick to the truth. Like you just tell the truth, and it's not like you be upping me and stuff like that. You will call me out. You know what I'm saying? You call out everybody, but you do it in such a respectful way.
Yes, it's all
and so and I love that. You only got 16,000 subscribers, but you get just as many views as the other ones that be talking, man, shit, like, for real. We got videos with the same views on them. Come on, now you go to my channel right now.
And it's all about being consistent. Being consistent and keep going. And I thank God that you're here, and thank you. I can't wait to meet you one day. I think that's going to be beautiful, and you keep up the good work. You will.
I got a little surprise for you, so we're working on it now. You know what I'm saying? You're going to be the first guest, but thank you so much for just always telling the truth. And I love you guys. I will share this, so follow, hit that like button so that YouTube will share his video, because the more likes he gets, the more his video gets shared, because YouTube will see that. Like, oh my God, everybody's liking this, so they'll recommend it. So always like the videos. And once I get you to Atlanta, we'll show you some things. We'll do my YouTube course, and that's the course that Storm took. And of course, I talked to him on the phone. And look, Tasha K is responsible for a lot of channels out here. A lot of channels.
And that's why you blessed, because you have. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, guys. I appreciate you, Wiley. Thank you for having me. Okay.
All right. Thank you so much, Tasha K. All right. That was Tasha K. Okay. Now, we got 2 callers. Whoever's going to call in. The video, y'all got in, took my nieces. I said, listen, we are going to see the Little Mermaid. So obviously, I have to do uncle duties. I wasn't feeling well, allergies. So shout out to my producers. They was telling me go get some allergy medication. So I got in an Uber. I said, listen, let me go to Walgreens. Let me get some allergy medicine. Talked to the pharmacist. She said, take this. I'm up at man, allergy medicine for kids. He was like, no, that's not the good one. Get this. And so I took that, took my vitamins, and I feel so much better. And I was sitting there with my nieces, and it was so amazing. My sister went, it was so amazing. My niece was like, I want to sit with my uncle. And just, it was so amazing. I cried. And my niece was like, why are you crying, Uncle? I'm crying. It's happy tears. I was crying about the movies. I was just crying because I'm like, I never thought that I would be, be with my, nieces and, to be able to be an uncle, you know what I'm saying? So I was seeing the movie and I cried. It was a great story, a great interracial story. It was just a beautiful story. It just made me cry. Just to be there for my nieces and seeing my baby sister driving me around. It just brought back so many memories. Like my sister, she's not a baby, she's a grown woman, but she will always be my baby sister. But she was driving, have a beautiful truck, just driving us around, just taking us, getting to the movies. I got the seats and we, it was really not very comfortable. It was a really beautiful theater. Really nice. So we get to the theater and one of the viewers, they see us. They said, Wiley? I said, yes, I'm one of your biggest fans. Shout out to her beautiful children, her boyfriend. It was so nice. And my niece was like, are you famous? I'm like, no, I'm not famous. I just do a show. And it was just really nice. We was chopping it up. And I had on my Wiley Show gear, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to one of my producers. He said, you need to start rocking your gear. So, you know what I'm saying? Just start rocking it. So I said, today I'm just going to rock it. So I went to there and it was really nice. It was real. I mean, it was so great. It's just amazing when you just can see people that you touch around. And we just had a beautiful conversation, beautiful, just family, just beautiful situation. It was good that my nieces were able to, witness that, to see that their uncle is actually doing something positive in the world. So it's just amazing. So the movie, I give it 2 thumbs up. I highly suggest you go see it. So next week, I'm taking my nephew. We're going to go see Spider-Man. And I took my niece and my nephew to go see Spider-Man. We're going to go out to eat because I try to spend time with my niece and nephews and, instead of being in the house, I'm like, let's go to the movies. And, you know what I'm saying? Let's go chill. Let's go to the movies. Let's go out to eat and everything. That's why I'm kind of like working too, so I can spend a little time with them as well. And then take my mom out. We're going to go out to a nice restaurant, to the Texas Steakhouse or to the whatever steak place she want to go. So just being there, spending time with family, creating these memories because that's how it is. And I'm making up for missed times that I've missed with my family because me and my mother, like I said, we wasn't really close at a point in my life. And so just making up for that time, that loss, and appreciating that time. So we're going to get right into these topics. I just had to open up with that. Shout out to this because y'all have been on it today. About our website. So we shout out to TMZ. They broke the story first, but of course we talked about it on WileyTheShow.com. Y'all see that Justin has been arrested for a DUI. And I told y'all, I believe that if you're drink driving, you should serve decades in prison because it's weird that y'all doing it. And these people, you rich. So when you're rich, you don't need to drive drunk. You know what I'm saying? When you're rich, you can get a car service, you can get a maid, you can get security. You don't need to drive drunk. And I think this is embarrassing of the failure of this young brother. At first, I was coming from Diddy, but I was like, wait a minute, Justin, he's a grown man. He's not no teenager. He's not 5 years old. He's not 10 years old. That's a grown man. So this is not on Diddy. This is on Justin. So I can't be sitting here. I was going to drag Diddy. And then I thought about it. I was like, well, wait a minute, Wiley. Dragging Diddy, he is not the cause of this, okay? This young brother is grown. He made this decision, and now he has to deal with the consequences. And he could have seriously hurt somebody. You got to be careful. And then you got to, I don't understand these rich black kids think they could just break the law and think the police ain't going to do nothing. You can't sit here and break the law. You got a bullseye on your back because you are attached to a wealthy black man. So be very careful. I don't know what is going on with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, like that doesn't make any sense, man. So when I saw that, I just went on and did the article, and we post the article on the website. Make sure y'all go check it out. Then now his mama, this is what Justin mama had to say. I'm not protecting no one anymore. Just my son, 100%. Act bad, bad boy. I used to want to be a bad girl. I choose to be a queen. Tried and true. I'm not perfect, but I am intentional. Okay. So then she wrote that. Then this is what she wrote on there. She said this. Okay, let me take I want to make sure that y'all can see all this. Okay. In all the children, I love a come to Jesus moment. The statement, a fish rots from the head down, means that in addition to being a major contributing factor in a family or organization success, leadership is also the root cause of its failure and demise. The truth shall set you free. No, sister, stop trying to throw out on Diddy. This is not on Diddy. Your son did this. Okay? You clearly was drunk. Your son did this. Your son did this. This is not on your baby daddy. We gotta stop doing that. When you become an adult, you are in total control of your life. You cannot keep on blaming your parents for the mistakes you're making as an adult. You can't. So she wrote that. Then it's another thing that she wrote on there as well. She said, I'm not protecting no one anymore, just my son. I'm not with none of that reality TV-ish. When it's enough is enough. Yeah, okay. Like, man, what are you talking about? Your son got drunk, partying, and was irresponsible. And thank God the police arrest him before he get in an accident, just like the Danny Lay, Yellow Bone, what he want. She's really have some serious consequences that she's facing because the person that she hit and got a fracture and everything like that almost was deleted. Okay? Like, that don't make any sense. I used to work for docs that we have a nice restaurant meeting with a lot of wine. They all drove drunk. It's more common than Wally. It is very common. No, I'm not acting like this is not common. I've been in rooms when I was you can close the door. Yeah. I've been in rooms. You can close it. Thank you. I've been in rooms with people with DUIs. I've been with hundreds of people with DUIs, and it was majority white. And the guy stood up. He said, I don't know why I was in a DUI thing, because it was like an attitude class, some type of class, counseling class we had to take. So we was in there with people with DUIs and everything. So anger, yeah. So everybody was like DUI. And then the guy admitted in the meeting, I'm not even gonna lie, I got liquor on my breath right now. I did drive drunk. And so the lady was like, give me your keys. You cannot drive. And you need to get over. Like, it's very common and it's crazy. And I think that there need to be some serious policies put in place, to stop y'all from doing it, give y'all some serious times, 50 years in prison for driving drunk, because it's dangerous. You're literally driving with a weapon and can put people's lives at risk. And it's no excuse if you're rich, because you can get me to drive you. Justin, I will drive. I will get in that car. Yes, sir. You want to go to the club, sir? Oh, yes, sir. Oh, yes, sir. You want to, I get there and talk to you. I won't talk at all. You know what I'm saying? I'll be right there. And, give me my $150 an hour, and I sit and drive you. Understand? Drive you all night. So I just don't understand that. It just doesn't make any sense that you are literally driving drunk. This is crazy. This is crazy. And they're going to call because you're a celebrity. They're going to call TMZ. TMZ going to give them some bread. And the reason why TMZ get the stories is because they pay for the stories. You get to see they pay for it. So it'd be a while before. Now, if I was worth $300 million, I agreed some parts to get some exclusive. Hey, man, he go 50,000. What happened? I get some sources. LAPD got them on some payroll, some sources. Got sources everywhere. So let's just be clear. They pay for that stuff. And they call TMZ up It's like, okay, that's the T. Okay, we're gonna give you 40,000 for that. Or the police do it, they grease the police, so they give it to them first. You know how that goes, y'all. Come on now. Let's not act stupid. But the mama, sit your trifling half part down. This ain't got nothing to do with the daddy. You just trying to throw out on Diddy because he don't want to give you no more ping because you mad because he got another woman, he got a new baby out there, and you bitter because he didn't marry you. You the one that wants to open up your legs and wanted to be a bad girl or a bad queen, or no, a bad girl, and now you want to be a queen. It's too late. You 50-some years old, be a senior citizen, go knit some sweaters, go volunteer at a nursing home and sing Frank Sinatra. I'm not here for you trying to blame P. Diddy for what, for what your son did. Your son is grown. He's a grown man. He's a grown man. And when he made a bad decision, and it could have ended his life, or he could have ended somebody else's life. Okay? It's so sad. Me, my sister, and my nieces, my sister was driving, and a semi-truck was swirling in the lane when she was driving. And I told her, get over. And then when she got over, he was still swirling. Either he was drunk, and I said, maybe he's sleepy. Bruh, get off the road. Like, he was like literally swirling in the lane. Either he's on his phone or asleep. So thank God my sister, it was in that traffic that she can get over, but it's so sad. Like, why are you putting it ain't worth it. It ain't worth it. That's all I got to say about that. So I saw the story. I'm extremely upset about it, but we had to talk about it. Okay. Hey, everybody in here. It's 300. Is y'all still mad at Wiley? I told you we're going to talk about our favorite celebrity. We was going to do it in the morning show, but I said, hey, baby, this tea so hot. I need to talk about it now. Okay. I work for medical. I need to talk about it now. I said I was going to talk about my favorite celebrity in the morning. I'm talking about it now. You blame it, Yes, I did. Oh, yeah. Uh-huh. And you still here. I love you. Okay. It sounds like it's more to her. It's the story for her. She don't Diddy and she been moved on. Okay. We shall see. We reached out to her to get her on the show. We did. We reached out to her to get her on the show. Okay. And we did. We reached out to her to get her on the show so we can have a conversation. So I want to talk about this. And I'm just going to get right into it. Because y'all kept sending it to me. I was on the movies and producers, y'all kept sending me the video. Y'all said, oh my gosh, Armon Wiggins doing an interview with a content creator. And I kept saying, is they addressing the Tina allegations, the cocaine allegations? They're addressed. They said no. And I said, okay, well, I'm in the movies. Keep me updated. So I'm in the movie and I'm eating my popcorn. So I said, okay, it's 40 minutes. Okay, is they addressing the Tina, the cocaine? She said no. Okay, then when the movie is over, when I was drying my tears because I was crying at the end, I said, is they addressing the cocaine allegation? She said no. I said, don't send me what they said. I want to watch it for myself. Don't even waste your time sending me what they said. Just send me, gave me the live, and I watched it, and I was able to get my own notes. Because sometimes people, they give their perspective, but I need to hear it from my own perspective. So it was on a particular live of a lady, Tina, or they call it Tina, a T, Tina. Okay, cocaine. Mm-hmm. So Armon Wiggins was on a press tour today to address not the cocaine allegations, but to address his friend, Brother Michael. And they were talking about this situation and saying that Brother Michael reached out to this content creator and all of this. And it was something weird today because I'm like, why did King, y'all know who King Payne is, why is he reaching out to me through a third party? So I'm gonna give you a little backstory really quickly. It's somebody on Chase in LA. It's a cast member on there, and they were sending me information from King to give to me, and I didn't understand it because I'm like, King got my number. Like, I mean, allegations saying that Armon Wiggins' apartment is filthy, Armon Wiggins on drugs, And I didn't pay no mind because number one, the lady just died from a BBL. So that took top priority. So, but I kept reaching out to this person. I'm like, why is he telling you this and he don't hit my number? I got 2 phones, a 972 number. I got 2 972 number. I got a 773 number. You got 3 of my phone numbers. So there is no need to reach out to a third party to tell me stuff about Armon Wiggins. Just reach out to me one-on-one. And then the person's like, he afraid that you're going to record him or record him. I said, but that's stupid. Like, why reach out to you about Armon and tell him about his apartment is filthy, he's on drugs and all that? That just is weird. Anyway, but we'll get more into that. So let's get into what Armon said today. He said that King was crying because, King reached out to this content creator and said, hey, Armon wouldn't allow me to sleep in the bed. He allowed me to go home drunk. Then he also was saying to this particular person, Armon Wiggins is jealous of him. Armon Wiggins, we're getting money from Larry Reid to go to Paris. And that's the same time when Armon Wiggins came on the show. And then I don't know why people keep bringing my name up. Stop bringing my name up when he talk about King Payne. Just stop. You are a stupid journalist. Don't bring my name up between them. That's between King and Armon. My name shouldn't be mentioned. I ain't know them queens when they was in high school tap dancing. Okay? And, I ain't know them. So stop inserting my name in that. Stop trying to throw little digs at me. This between Armon, you got the VIP, I shouldn't be mentioned. And you got Brother King. Talk about them. Don't leave me out of it. I ain't got nothing to do with them doing all that type of stuff, but I got something to do with it today because I'm going to talk about it since I'm being mentioned. Okay? So, and I'm listening to this, and these are notes that I have because I was rushing to do this. Armon said I had a party at my house, my 5-bedroom house, and King Payne wanted to sleep with one of his homeboys, one of Armon's homeboys. They said, no, he stink. He cannot sleep in this bed. He cannot sleep in the room. I don't want to sleep with him. And King Payne left. But King Payne told this particular YouTuber, no, he kicked me out and then allowed me, he kicked me out drunk and didn't allow me to sleep on the couch. He told me to leave the place. Armon Wiggins said, no, I was drunk. It was a guy that he was attracted to, wanted to sleep with him. And the guy said he stink. He can't sleep in the same bed with him. So that was like the narrative. And then the person, then they was talking about, Armon was talking about his new car, new place. And he was talking about when he stayed with King Payne, that he think that King Payne damaged his vehicle. Then he also said, because she was spilling tea saying that King Payne said that y'all were jealous and since high school never wanted to make it and all of that, and that y'all mothers were best friends. And Armon Wiggins came out and said, mothers, they're not best friends. They're not best friends. Okay? They're not best friends. They're not best friends at all. They don't know each other like that. They ain't best friends. So we're listening to all this type of stuff. And I'm just listening to it, right? Then he was sharing his experience, right, about the new car, new place. And he said every time he talked about his new place, he always criticized Armon with his new place. Then he said every time that King does his hair, cut his hair, he always mess up his lining, mess up his eyebrows, mess up his beard. And he always he said, everybody else's hair be looking flawless. People always mess up my hair. He said that to this particular woman. Then he also said about the heated pool. He said, because Armon invited him to a pool party, he said, is the pool heated? It got to be a heated pool. And Armon said, but where your pool at? Then that was that part. So I'm going to go back to this, where a strong allegation, King said that Armon would stay, that him and his boyfriend lived with him for free and they didn't pay no bills, no rent, and no nothing. Armon Wiggins said King was filthy, dirty, trashy, had bed bugs, garbage. He said his man had to get a dumpster truck to do a deep clean in his place. He said the place was filthy. It was so filthy. And he said his man could not even do it to even give Armon Wiggins loving and that he had to scrub the floors and clean the place because the place was dirty and it was filthy. That's what he said. So they talk about that. Then Armon Wiggins was saying about 2 microphones, right? About 2 microphones, and Armon Wiggins was saying he had 2 microphones, and or King was going to buy 2 microphones. King was saying, I got a deal on some microphones. Instead of King saying, okay, you get one, I get one, King went and bought both of the microphones. So Armon was painting this picture that King is jealous of him. King, and then Armon kept saying, I'm the star. I always been at the head of the cheerleader squad. I dance to MC Hammer. Everybody wants to be me. Every audition that we auditioned, they picked me. I was that man in high school. And he was just letting King have it. And the lady was just beating up on Brother King. Just beating. I'm like, damn. And these people were quiet. I'm quiet. I'm listening. Then he said, why is he friends with Jabra Wright? And she's friends with Neek at Night. She's weird. She's so weird. Why are you friends with Neek at Night? She's weird. And then she said Neek wanted to meet King. Let me tell you how messy Neek is. Neek reached out to King Payne and said, hey, let's go out and hang out in the boondocks of California. King didn't know where to take Neek. So King was like, let's all hang out together. And Armon said, no, she's weird. Why are you hanging around her? She's weird. So then finally, Neek and Armon talk, and they got a disagreement. It's just a whole bunch of flip-flop, right? And then they had all this conversation. Then Armon said, have all these voice notes. Just play the voice notes. I pull up. And then I go to Brother King page. This man in Mexico playing music and all type of stuff that you can't understand none he's saying. And my thing is this King, he beating you up, called you filthy, dirty, said you stink. What's your play, bro? What you got to say? Now, it's Benny. My name not Benny, and I ain't in it. I was glad I had the saying going. I'm just on the sideline just taking it all in. You calling me and you told me that he's on drugs and do all that type of stuff. But bro, don't tell me though. You tell on your platform, go live, put his name in the title and drag him, film all the dark secrets you got. Because he dragged you on there. He dragged you for filth. And said you're befriending all of my enemies. You're acting like Wiley. Then compare me with him. And I'm like, wait, I ain't got nothing to do with this. This is between you and him. And then Armon said that this was a blow. Armon said this. You know you got, man, please. If I was in Mexico, baby, I'd be like, hold up. Put them tacos down. I got to go drag somebody. Anyway, Armon Wiggins said this on the platform. I couldn't believe it. I fell out the chair. He told this blogger, I told King, we need to be friends privately because I feel you using me. I don't want to be your friend publicly. I want to be your friend privately. It said, that ain't no, damn. What? I don't want to be your friend publicly. I want to do it privately because I feel like you using me. I'm like, he talking. This guy, he got to be high because where's this energy coming from? This is so random because when he hit this blogger platform, she wasn't even talking about it. It was random. It was like so random. Why are we just beating up on Brother King today? This is so set up, so random, very, very random. That this is giving coke. Like, what is that? Telling people that you told him to be friends with him private. Like, who are you? You like, baby, that couldn't be me, honey. You could. I'd have been did about 55 videos. Okay. So we listen to that. Then they said that you told King to drag Storm. Yeah. I'm getting touched. I said, you handle my lightweight, you handle Storm. I ain't mess with him. And then he said, Hound Coke, he said, I don't understand why you still dragging Storm. Why you still dragging? It don't make sense. It don't make sense at all why you dragging Storm Monroe. I didn't tell you to make him your only content for 3-4 years. And I'm like, he's deflective for that. And then the host, she's a pick-me. Because a true host will be like, okay, I hear that, but let's address these cocaine allegations. Because this thing about King, we don't care nothing about that. That haven't went viral. They don't care nothing about you and King, him being funky, dirty, stinky, bed bugs, Nick at night. They don't care nothing about that. What everybody want to know, and if she was a true blogger, she would ask, let's talk about these cocaine allegations. Let's pull up the picture of the coke coming out your left nostril and your right nostril. Let's talk about when Tasha K said that she was going to pay for your rehab. Do you have a response? Are you on cocaine? Are you willing to take a drug test? Because you trying to spin a narrative to beat up on King, brother, I see right through that. Ain't nobody, we don't care nothing about no King Pain and your beef with him. We don't care nothing about that when you got coke allegedly coming out your left nostril and your right nostril. Do you think we care about you and King? They care about what's coming out your nose. That is what needs to be addressed. And then the lady was saying, we ain't gonna talk about Wiley with the obsession because we don't. No, ma'am. You can't just talk about Wiley. See, this is why I tell you, you ain't caught up on Armon because this is my favorite celebrity. You need to sit down. You don't need to get in Armon because you don't know what you're talking about. He went viral, ma'am. Open up your Twitter, open up your Facebook, just open up the internet. The first picture you see is coke coming out, the word on the street, coming out his left nostril and right nostril. That is what needs to be addressed. Talking about King don't make sense because King is in Mexico. This is deflection. Because if you would have waited until King was able to really respond. King in Mexico, getting a BBL. He in Mexico about to get some surgery. So he can't respond. So it's a deflection. So if you really want to talk about King, there's many opportunities you could have talked about King when it was able. You could have pulled up. He's in Mexico trying to get a BBL. Using the money that he was going to get Jaguar, he's trying to fix up his body. So you talking about, and then the host, you got a gold mine, and you ain't, and that's why the views were dropping, because the people don't care nothing about no King. They care about the coke. She said, well, it was 200, it was 300 people, now it's down to 150, because you ain't asking the juicy question. We already heard about King and all. We want to know about that cocaine allegation. That's what we want to know about. That's the biggest thing, the biggest story about Armon Wiggins right now is cocaine. Him allegedly being addicted to crack. That is the biggest story about Armon. Not about King Pain. When I go to Twitter, King Pain name is not mentioned nowhere. When I go to Twitter today, cocaine, Armon is on coke. That's what the people want to know. Talking about being, we don't care nothing about how you was cool with King, was so popular in high school. We didn't know you in high school. We don't give a damn you was a head cheerleader in high school. We don't care nothing about that. We don't care nothing about you was a head of the African debate team. We don't give a damn. We want to know about them cocaine allegations. We don't want to know people talking about you back because you got a new place and he throwing shade. We don't care nothing about that. Because you should have been saying something about that years ago. You didn't do it. But now, with these coke allegations, now you want to expose a person telling him we can no longer be friends publicly. We're going to have to be friends private. That don't make no sense. We want to know about the cocaine allegations. You really thought that we was going to make this all about beating up on King Pain? No, it don't make sense. Because King ain't gonna be dragging you like you want him to drag. That ain't gonna happen. You want him to do it, he ain't gonna do it. You had something leaking out your nose, address that. Out of all the shows you did on Station Head, why you ain't address them cocaine allegations? Now, did not one episode about those allegations. You trying to ignore the allegations. And then today, out of the blue, you reach out to Kingpin Ops to beat up on King and not ask the question about the cocaine allegations? The biggest story ever that hit the internet for concerning Armon is coke. And Tasha K talked about it. This ain't just Wiley. I can understand if it was just me. You can ignore me. It's easy to ignore me. I got a cricket leg. It's annoying. Oh, he crazy. I always talk about Armon. But it's difficult to ignore this when Tasha talking about it, when Nosy Ho talking about it, when everybody else on the internet is talking about it, all the barbs is talking about it. It's difficult to stop it. Malago Graham's talking about it. And a true blogger that's non-biased will ask that question. Because we don't care nothing about how you broke up with Kingpin. The pink wig, all these other bloggers talking about. That's what we want to know. We did the interview, and I asked my producer, I said, did they address the Tina? She said, what's Tina? Coke, did you address that? No. It was right in his nose. That's what needs to be addressed. He haven't closed that chapter yet. You going live talking about, we don't give a darn how you beating up on an obese black man that's obese, that is nowhere near your skill set to go toe-to-toe with you. That's an unfair fight. Sit down. But you can't do that to me. You ran when I hit that link. Oh, I can't do it. I can't do it. Oh, I can't come. I can't come on. I can't do it. And then you disrespectful to the lady. She don't know. She's just happy. You showed up on her platform and didn't even put your name. Like you're trying to disassociate. Like, girl, I see right through you, honey. But you ran from Brother Wiley. But now you want to beat up on. See, that's a bully. You beat up on weak links that won't fight back. I double dare you to did that to me. But you ain't gonna do it. I can't be on the line. You was doing the look Kim, ducking and dodging, clicking on and off. You couldn't even stay on. I got you shooken. You can beat up on King because you know he not gonna drag you. And you know that. But you would beat up on King. Because you know he in Mexico, he ain't gonna respond. He gonna eat. He not gonna respond. And he's not a roaster. He's just not. He's not a roaster. He ain't no roaster. That man did that platform. It hurt his feelings. I know it did. The man said, you stink. Bed bugs. He said Parman was filthy. Then he accused King of breaking in his car. And then I went for King response. He eating. You can't even hear that. Mexico eating. Playing music, getting copyright strikes with music that ain't going to be monetized. Because you know he ain't going to respond. And you thought I was going to put in there Armon drag. Nope. We're going to go, why didn't you address the coke allegations? Our official King, he's very limited. And it's sad. And I don't feel like, I don't want to beat up on the brother because I know he have multiple weaknesses. And I will say this. And see, King, you're not a great ally because you tried to drag me. So I can't even have your back if I wanted to, brother. You should have kept your mouth off, Brother Wiley. So I'm going to have your back a little bit. I'm a Christian, a little tiny bit. But I really can't because Armon kept throwing shots. He said, you took all my sloppy seconds. Everybody that dealt with you after they dealt with me. You get my seconds. My ops come to you, get my sloppy seconds. I don't need your seconds. I discard your seconds. Like he was on that. But King Payne not wise enough. I can write out some jokes for King Payne. He gonna have to pay me. I can write out some jokes. Then he said King Payne place was on fire. He had some criminals living on him. They burned his place down. He was really throwing out some shots. But the reason why this is not gonna blow up on the internet, because King, he can't respond. Just like when Armon dragged Storm from field, the beef went away because Storm, he ain't no roaster. The reason why the beef that goes back and forth with Wiley and Armon, because I'm about that life. I'm on there. Baby, you got to go toe to toe. Armon, he have to respond to me head on. And then when we come and confront him, he be ducking and dodging. And then he have to watch the Wiley. He don't need to watch King because King ain't gonna trigger him. King just gonna sometimes he'll bring a panel of people, then he got scared, he stopped doing that. But Wiley, I talk about by himself. I do it religiously. And then he sent the lady a DM, told her, I didn't like that you mentioned Wiley's name in the interview. Don't mention his name. Because she kept mentioning my name, which is good. Have no choice to mention my name. We don't have no beef. You dragged, what was her name? The lady that said she do her documentary, drag about her criminal record. We don't have no beef. You was mad because I was dragging Tasha, whatever how your beef is. I don't care what it is. I do run my platform where it is. But I'm glad she said the Wiley name. She didn't say no cockeyed Wiley. She said Wiley, just as long as you say my name. Once you say my name, that introduced me into the beef. King Payne, he can't fight back. He just can't. He's not a fighter. And Armon really could have went lower. He held back, but even when held back, it embarrassed that man. And then the lady threw out a shot. Oh. The lady threw out a shot and said, they're not dropping the crowns and watch him anymore. We don't have them issues over here at the Wiley Show. We still got the same audience that we have and growing. He have an issue, and I'm going to say this to help you, Brother Michael. Don't get mad. But Brother Michael issue is he's just a one-train pony. He need help. He need a crutch. Meaning a crutch, he need guests. He cannot do a show by himself. He just can't. He cannot do a show by himself. He's not a one-man show. He's the Jaguar Wright show. Jaguar have the co-host. He need backup. He just can't do it by himself. Have you tried to watch him? Just sit back and try to watch him by himself. You will have to sit for a whole hour just for him to talk about a subject. He gonna play commercials. He gonna beg, and then maybe he will get to a topic. And then when he get to the time, it don't make sense. You done went to sleep. He have to drop the link and get 50 people to drag, and they have to take on the show. He have to get KenBarbie. He have to get so-and-so. He have to get, that's the secret. And the reason why he dropped in views is because he don't have them people on his show. That's why the views dropped. Because once Jag got arrested and his content went away, that hurt him on YouTube. And he be begging a lot. He begged through the entire thing. And see, it seemed like I'm tag teaming. I don't want to do it, but I got to flip-flop on this and tag team. But Armon did say something that is true. He said, the reason why some of the people, most of them know of you, is because you sat on my platform for 2 years straight. That's why they know of you. And Armon said something so powerful. I got to give him his credit. He said, we can sit in front of 1 million people, but I can't make those 1 million people come and follow you. And I'm gonna go a little bit deeper. The reason why they didn't come and subscribe to your channel like that and viewed you like that, King, because compared to Armon Wiggins' platform, you're just a Silk. You know who Silk is? Diamond was the lady that did all the talking. Silk just did the amen, amen, period, amen, tell it. She was just the amen corner. Once Diamond died, one of them died, one of the sisters that did all the talking died, their content died. You're just a Silk. You just a amen, period. Okay, let's get into it. That's it. That's it. You're not even robbing. You just hello. You just a little hype man, a little bit, not even a good hype man. That is it. You can't do, and I gotta be nice. I'm trying to be nice, but the brother did a whole series on me. Said I was a criminal, I'm a child, this, I'm on a list, I'm got warrant, I'm on a list. He just went in with all that. And the reason why the series didn't get off the ground, because his quality was bad. Couldn't hear him. It was glitching and it was boring. And people said, get to the point. He did 66 parts. Could have destroyed me. It couldn't happen. He just was a bad messenger. He couldn't do it. He had a good idea. He could have did it well, but he couldn't deliver the thing. He got crumbled and destroyed. And I didn't even have to go back and forth with him. He destroyed himself. He got tired. And then he did Chase in LA. It didn't help his career. It did not translate into viewers, into people buying his product. Because if he was getting 3,000, 5,000 sales per quarter, he don't need the bag for a cash out. He's making good money. It didn't help him. And Armon pulled back. I can see this. I can see it. I'm not no hater. He probably saw, man, you using me for clout. The show want me from clout. Shout out to Armon for being honest. And said, no, the show did not reach out to me. They reached out to King. He came to my house on audition, but they wanted to use me. They wanted to use my celebrity, and I'm not giving all that. Because what Armon really wanted to say, they ain't writing that, they ain't depositing that check. You're doing it free. And that kind of hurt King Pain in the long run because people didn't go and watch his page. They maybe would have dealt with him if Armon would have did after shows. It could have happened. And I told King, I said, why he not doing after show? I told him on the phone. I said, why he not doing, it's not a requirement. You felt that way, brother. You wanted him to do after shows. But obviously now that I hear it, he felt like you felt jealous of him. You was throwing out shots. So it's your word against his word. You know what I'm saying? So it's an obese man versus a cokehead. So you don't know who to believe because both people are just controversial people. But he did not help him. He didn't cover Chase in LA like that, broke it down. He didn't do any of that to really. He just pulled back. So as I look back to it, yeah, they haven't been friends for a long time. They haven't been friends for a long time. I will be perfectly honest with y'all. They haven't been friends for a long time as I look at it. And then Armon was saying, my friends, they don't like King Pain. And then the people, because I know some Armon with his friends, they said, we don't like him. One particular person told me flat out, I don't like him because he always trying to sleep with me. I'm not attracted to him. His body, he's not my type of body. He ain't my type of tea. He's over touchy. He always think he want to smash, and I don't want to smash him. I think he's weird. This particular person, I know him very good. And I asked him, I said, why y'all don't like King? And he said, no, he's weird. He's a weirdo. Look at this particular friend told me, look at us and look at him. He don't fit in the equation. I'm like, damn. And I saw it when they took the picture. He wasn't in the picture. They was all shirtless, good looking, beautiful black men. He didn't get in the picture. So, I'm going to reach out. And I don't want to, see, I got to pull it back a little bit because it's like, get on. But I can't. But King did so much dirt to me. I don't feel bad for him at all. This is karma. This is karma. I think King made a bad move. You needed Armon Wiggins, sir. You desperately needed him. You desperately needed him. You need Armon because it didn't work with Tasha. You need Jaguar Wright. You need somebody to help you. You need a partner. You cannot do it solo. I did a show for 46 minutes, got 564 people, and I can talk and did a whole dialogue. You can't do that. Because your type of show, to break a story down, you have to get through 15 info commercials about your product, ain't nobody buying, 15, 16, 20 times begging for cash apps, and then you may get to a subject. You cannot do a show and entertain people by yourself. You can't do it. When the callers went on a protest and decided not to call on the Wiley Show, did we skip a beat? Absolutely not. Why? Because I don't need callers to call in. I can do the show without them. Period. I don't need a panel. When I do Two Men and a Lady, people tell me don't do Two Men and a Lady. We like you by yourself. We don't want to. We just want Wiley. They don't even like when I take phone calls. They like me, by my opinion. No matter how hoo-hoo, no matter how crazy, no matter how clickbait, whatever you want to call me, you like me because I'm entertaining. And you might not like my delivery sometimes, but you like me because I'm entertaining. It's so good. And it's sad because he don't have no ally. And then Sean Davey Way, I ask for cash up. I do. But it's a difference, though. I don't ask for it every 2 minutes. I never said don't ask. But give the people the product first, then ask. Do you hear me? You thought you had me with that? Ask for it when you give me the product. He don't. He the type of preacher, before he say something, he got a big, and then you 5 minutes of content. And begging people to hit that link. All right, y'all, I'm going to have to stop doing the show if y'all don't hit the link. Got to hit that quota. Hit that quota. I got to hit that quota. He waiting on people to hit the link. I don't have to wait. I get a subject in my head. I got many voices in my head. Okay, this is what we're going to talk about today. Let's put a title together, put a thumbnail. Let's go loud. Let's get to talking. It's going to be entertaining. All right, this is what we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about Cardi B. Oh, Nicki Minaj, she did it. She did it with the lady. She told the lady to get that BBL. She was a part of it. We're going to talk about that today. A voice that's spoken. We're going to put that title together. We're going to talk about it. And then we got 587 people. Wiley is entertaining. You're going to have to hear what do Wiley got to say with Armon Wiggins content. I'm a pro at Armon Wiggins content. Hello? Who is this? This King Payne? Oh, we ain't taking phone calls right now. I thought you was King Payne.
Oh, you're not? Okay, well, I'll call back when you take it.
Okay, yeah, call back. You want to talk about Jason. We ain't talking about Jason today. I thought you was King Payne.
I'm talking about Armon. No, I'm saying I'm going to talk about Jason.
Oh, okay. We're going to take the call. Could you give me about 10 minutes? We'll allow you to come on, okay? Okay. You see what I'm saying? He already ready to call in. I thought that was King. So We having this conversation. Didn't address the coke. That just, he ain't addressing that. The elephant with the sugar boogers. I ain't addressing that today. We're going to talk about King. How filthy he is. Because my boyfriend is in Paris. So we ain't going to address the coke. We're going to address King. And King in Mexico, he ain't going to respond to this. He can't. He need backup. He ain't going to, Sean David Way ain't going to do. Because Sean want to be in the bed with Armon Wiggins. Physically. He in love with that man. But Armon don't deal with Sean because he's a flip-flopper. He flips. And a little birdie told me he stopped dealing with Sean when Sean started talking about Larry Reed. He said, I'm done with that man. He's a flip-flopper, can't be trusted. I'm glad I never met the man day in my life. He flips too much. Because if you true, and then it's a test. Okay, Sean, if you big and bad, I know you ain't going to talk about it on YouTube. You're going to talk about it on station here. I challenge you to talk about it in this case, how he trashed your friend King. Or them both your friends. What do you guys say about that? Mm-hmm. Oh, you want to address that? You probably not. Are you going to address it? Are you going to address that, brother? On station head. Are you going to pull that net and address it? You right. Are you going to address that? What you got to say about that? About King being funky? Are you going to address that? You're going to be mute. You ain't going to say a word. You're going to start attacking me. But King, that's supposed to be your friend. Stop calling people your friend. Sit down with that. Stop saying that. Oh, this is my friend. I love my friend. That ain't your friend, because a true friend will hit the link and give you some backup. This man coming for your neck that you don't have. Man, where your backup? Where's Tasha? Where's all these people that got in your head to make you leave your only good ally? He wasn't a perfect ally, but he was an ally. If I were you, I wouldn't have done that. If I were you, I wouldn't have done that. That was a bad move for you. It was. You allowed Tasha to get you out your spot. You allow Neek at night to get you out of the spot. You allow Jaguar to get you out the spot. Now you suffering. That man said, yes, he helped me with the problem, but look at what I have now. Look at what I got now. Look at what I got. All the money. Got a 5-bedroom house. But you renting it. You don't own it. You helping somebody else become rich. That ain't really no flex. 5-bedroom. You didn't own that 5-bedroom. You was renting that sucker. You still rent. See, King, I ain't gonna give you no money. Couldn't be me. And so much I can say to count on them arguments, but I ain't your friend. So ain't looking too good for you, bro. Because you got the perfect, like, you could have went on with the coke allegations. It's now you can't do like what Tasha K do, brother. Reach out to third party stuff. No, you ain't that smart. You ain't got that swag like that. You trying to be like Tasha. Stop trying to be like Tasha. Hitting people up on the back end to do your dirty work. No, brother. You can't do that. You got to do your own dirty work. Let me give you some homework. Address you being funky and filthy. Address that. Address your inside knowledge. Give you some homework of Armon Wiggins being on coke. And address how he mistreats his boyfriend. Address all that. I'm giving you talking points. Write it down. Get you a pen and pencil and deliver that and come back with a comeback. You got 24 hours Get your argument together. Get you some sleep. Come back with your response. Don't beg for a cash out. Please don't beg for a cash out. Get your notebook, pen. Call me. I'll give you some more talking points. Just call me. Just call me. I'll give you some more talking points. And I'll tell you how to deliver to make you a little better. But please, don't try to do this and play 15 commercials and big, and then you forget your thoughts because you don't write nothing down. Write it on a piece of paper. Get all your talking points and hit it point by point. Don't beg for a cash out. And at the end, put in your talking part. Now I can ask for a cash out. Because if the roast is good, you ain't got to ask for it. They're going to flood you with cash outs and super chats. But you got to know how to make it shake. Now, I got some other tools I can help you with. I'm just going to help you. I love to give to charity. I'm going to give to charity. I help you. So call any of these phones. You got 24 hours. Hit one of these phones up. I give you some talking points. Because you need some help, brother. I can't let you just roll like, even though you dragged me for Phil. You tried, you didn't really drag me for Phil, but you tried to drag me. But we're going to have to give you a little backup. You need some help because you can't do it by yourself. Tasha ain't going to help you. She on wilding out with purple hair. She can't help you. She filed in chapters 88, 19, purple hair, firing employees, hiding stuff in her baby diaper. Hiding deeds and diaper and stuff. The you know what I'm saying? They looking for documentation and stuff in her baby diaper. Man, where's the deed? I don't have it. I ain't got it. It's you didn't stuff it all in your baby diaper bag and ship that baby all out to Africa. He got all the documents. Anyway. So this is I'm just okay. I'm done. We're going about the phone lines. Oh, one more thing. One more thing. Hold on. One more thing. And then I'll the phone lines. He kept saying, if I say something, I'm an underdog. I say something. That's what I'm saying. Brother, you saying something. So sit down. Stop lying to these people. Stop saying you don't respond because you're gonna love you responding, brother. What you call that man funky and all that? You already responding. Stop saying I can really go. You already going there. So stop saying all that stuff, brother. I'm the underdog. You talk about people underdog, roof doggy, Snoop doggy dog. You get up out of here with that, brother. Stop acting like you don't talk about people and respond to people. Stop that. Can you please, Armon, stop that line. Stop that line. All right, let's open up the phone lines. Armon. Then he said, everybody loves Jason Lee now. It's all about him now. Did nobody love Jason Lee? Until once I was dealing with Jason, they hated Jason. Now they love Jason because I ain't with him. Everybody loved Tasha K. When I had Tasha K, she was evil. Now I ain't with her. They love Tasha K. It's always about him now. So that's what he said. That's what he said. And he said, I was at Jason Lee party first. And King, I ain't giving you no more suggestions. Honey, you fend for yourself. I don't shut up, please. I was about to give you another good suggestion. I ain't doing that. I'm gonna keep that in my pocket. Man, please. I ain't giving you no more suggestions. Because you ain't gonna do it right. I was gonna give you a good one. Man, please forget about it. Because you ain't gonna listen. You gonna be trying to drag me and talk about Jag. Until Jag get on that phone, you need to that Jag content is drying up. Until she go crazy, then that's Hey, welcome to the Wiley Show. How you doing?
Okay, Wiley. So for me, first of all, let me just say this. I thought you was on a diet because you sitting up there drinking that squirt can, and you said you've been going to the gym and things like that, and squirt is not a diet drink.
No, I still work out. Again, it's my body. I'm not doing these other women getting BBLs and putting my life at risk.
Well, and then we're not talking about the one. We're talking about you. Just like
we talk about the topics, though. Any other topics you want to talk about other than me drinking?
Yes.
Any other topics?
So, in regards to you being a Christian and how this vitriol that you have for Armon, it's very unchristian-like. Because it's giving very much so how you don't like me, but trying to do everything like me. And that is what gets me. You a
Christian? Are you a Christian?
No, I'm talking about you.
I said, are you a Christian?
I'm talking about
Are you a Christian?
We got to stay on topic.
I'm sorry. You said Christian. Are you a Christian?
Yes.
Are you a top or a bottom? Are you in the LGBT community?
And see, here you go with that.
I'm asking you a question.
Not godly.
Are you in the
LGBT
LGBT community?
On Pride Month. Listen, let's stay on the topic of you being.
Are you in the LGBT community?
It's giving obsessed, and you know what it's giving very much so unmedicated right now.
It's
giving a little bit unhinged.
Any of the allegations with him doing
it's
the cocaine?
It's giving a little bit manic. Well, you know, when you're on coke and when you're manic, the symptoms are about the same. You're giving me coke vibes too. So
is Armon Wiggins on coke?
I have no idea, but I'm watching you, and I.
So did you see the pictures with the crust in his nose? Did you see those pictures?
Boo, I'm out here in LA, okay? I've seen the girls, not Armon, but I've seen plenty of people do coke. Right
I'm asking about Armon and those pictures, because you connected in the industry. Did you see the pictures of the crust in his nose? Yes or no?
No. If you put them up on the screen right now, let me see.
Oh, you didn't see the pictures on Twitter?
Mm-mm. But I don't have to see the pictures, honey. I've seen people do it in person. That is nothing.
So you didn't see the pictures of Armon Wiggins with the cocaine? Do you have Twitter? Do you have Twitter?
Let me say this, boo. I do.
Can you type in your Twitter right now and put in Armon Wiggins coke, put in his name, and just go to the tweets and see the pictures and the videos?
Okay. Yes, I'm gonna go and see right now. But here's the thing: coke is a rich man's drug, honey. Are you upset because you can't afford it? Or
no, I'm just asking you. Did you see that?
Because I know some of those antipsychotic medications that you take are way stronger than coke. Let's not do that.
So
keep it real cute.
So again, you didn't see the cocaine allegations.
I'm typing it in right now.
Okay,
Wiley.
You didn't see the cocaine allegations.
Okay, let me type in.
Did you see the cocaine leaking out of his nose? Did you see when Tasha K addressed these cocaine allegations?
So usually cocaine doesn't leak out of the nose. Okay, I'm looking right here, and this looks very much so photoshopped. It looks photoshopped.
Oh, okay. It looks photoshopped. But did you see Tasha K talking about the cocaine allegations?
Who, Teeth? I didn't see Teeth talking about nothing.
Did you see any other YouTubers out there talking about these coke allegations?
No, I like to watch you, Wiley.
So you just watch me only. You just watch me only.
No, but I do enjoy watching the manic depression.
Okay, well, I take whatever you want to say, man. I'd rather be mad than be on coke.
But you're on these antipsychotics that are way stronger than coke.
How do you know that? Did you ever see? I'm gonna ask you a question, sir. And it's a good question. What? Did you ever see me take any antipsychotic medicine, or you going by what I tell you on YouTube?
You're going by what I'm going by what you said
on
YouTube.
So you don't know for a fact but you haven't physically seen me say or take a anti.
No.
Like, you never seen me take that. Only thing that you know is about what I said on my YouTube channel.
You haven't seen him say. You're not about to drag my homeboy on his birthday.
So that's your homeboy. Armon Wiggins, your homeboy. He's your homeboy now. He's your homeboy.
I like Armon. Armon is cool, and you cool too, Wiley. But it gets very much so obsessed.
I get that. I'm very obsessed with trending news.
Okay.
But
anyway,
Armon Wiggins is your homeboy. Okay, let's get into that really quickly because you're saying that Armon Wiggins is your homeboy. Did y'all ever meet?
Go and meditate.
I'm asking
because you are manic.
Question. Did
you
and Armon Wiggins ever meet in person? You said that Armon Wiggins is your homeboy. Did you and Armon even meet in person? You said that Armon Wiggins is your homeboy. See what I'm saying? And this is the same person that's attached to Jason Lee and said that Jason Lee tried to date him and Jason Lee was mean. He's a good-looking guy, unless he's a catfish, because he sent me his Instagram pictures. He's a good-looking guy. He's in LA. He said that Jason Lee tried to do something with it. Oh, he's calling back. Because this is the guy about the Jason Lee piece. I don't know why he hanging up. You ain't gotta hang up. You ain't, hello? Hello, brother? Hello?
Hi, Wiley.
Hello,
Wiley.
I thought that was the brother from LA that said that Jason Lee was trying to do something to him. But anyway, go ahead, sister.
Yes, Wiley, you know I love you, but I need you to stop with Tasha K. Leave Tasha K alone.
I didn't talk about
Tasha K don't owe you nothing. She don't owe you no money.
I didn't talk
Leave
about Tasha
K alone.
Ma'am.
I know yesterday you put up that post. That was very wrong of you. Leave her alone.
Ma'am,
I love you. You are good,
today, ma'am.
Okay. Well, I'm just saying, yesterday you be talking about Tasha K all day, every day. Let Tasha K breathe. Leave her alone, please.
Ma'am.
Thank you.
Did you leave the immigration office alone when you're trying to get citizenship? Or are you still trying to become a citizen? Did you leave them alone when you're trying to become a citizen? Did you leave it alone when you have your family try to cross the border and try to become a citizen? Do you leave it alone or are you still trying? Why would I have to stop talking about people that are trending to get beautiful person on the phone here? Anybody else that want to call in? Hey, what's up? Welcome to the Wiley Show.
I mean, are they? Is everything okay with them? The people that are calling? Because my thing is, I'm trying to figure out who is managed. You got the first caller who kept repeating himself and then inserting godly when God ain't got nothing to do with it. And my thing is, if you think a person is obsessed, but you keep watching that same person that you are calling obsessed, who is the crazy one? And then, you got this old, and the lady need to stop calling before I call ICE. First of all, the thing is that this is Wiley's show. He can talk about whoever and whomever he wants. He can title his shows any way he wants. He can post whatever he wants. Why don't you get on your channel? And this goes for the first and the second caller. Get on your channel and voice your opinion. But you're not going to call here and try to act like you're getting ready to tell the channel holder what to do. Because last time I checked, that's not what you are, callers. Okay, buddy.
All right, thank you so very much.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. So you know what I'm saying? Like people call. She talk Tasha K. Well, tell her to write a letter. She wanted me to write a letter to my congressperson to get her a green card. I'm not writing a letter to my congressperson because I got to connect with people. I'm in the political realm. Give that to Tasha K. She wrote me a beautiful letter. While you in politics, sir, can you please write me a letter so I can get me a green card? I'm gonna keep my letter. I ain't give you nothing. Hello, you live on the Wiley Show.
Go wash your booty. Oh, how you doing?
So, please, sir, can you please write me a big, beautiful letter, sir? I want to get a green card for my family. And I was going to write the letter. I have some connections. I ain't going to get into the connection, but I'm not going to write the letter. No, I'm not going to write it. Absolutely not. He could build that wall out. I care. I'm not going to write that letter. No, sir, you need to write the letter. Big, beautiful letter. I'm not going to write it. I'm keeping it to myself. Let Tasha K write that letter. Hello?
Okay, one more daggone thing to the last caller. You know, where were her calls when everybody was trying to, including Cardi B, trying to get Tasha to get up off of her? Instead, and you know, where were the calls telling Tasha to stop talking about Cardi? Where were those calls? Silence, crickets. That's why she lost that lawsuit.
All right. So, you know, it's something like they're calling me, asking me to send green cards, stuff like that. I have very good connections with people and immigration, but I'm going to keep my connection to myself. I want to keep it to myself. Hello? That's a troll, yo. Y'all know that's the troll. Okay. So, anybody else want to voice their opinion? You got one lady talking about Tasha K, another man talking about psych medication. Oh, man. Hey, nobody addressed callers. See, they don't care nothing about the king face. They want to know about Wiley and Tasha. They don't care nothing about that. That man seen me drinking something and it triggered him. But I ain't know no time to get no BBL. All right. All right. Thank you so much. Thank you to the official. Thank you for the $20 super sticker, laughing emoji. Thank you. J Love M said, read him for Phil Wiley. God bless you. Thank you. We also have a Cash App, $ Marquise Wiley 28. All right. Is Wiley homeless? Well, hey, you know what I'm saying? $ Marquise Wiley 28. Zelle WileyShow@gmail.com. You know what I'm saying? We need your help. And so if you want to help us, help us. That's it. So thank y'all so very much. Okay. They said, well, child, the chat is spicy tonight. But they're not talking about they talk about me. And I don't even want to talk about the Jason Lee piece today. But since I got y'all here, if somebody gave me a screen record, if I have that screenshot, I can prolong this show for another 15, 20 minutes. So let me check. I was in a movie, so let me check my DM. Somebody sent me somebody sent me a DM. Let me see if I can find it. Because Jason Lee said something. If I can find it, we can read it right now. Let me see. Jason Lee. Oh, right here. So Jason Lee said this. Let's put Jason picture on here. Give me a second. We're just going to switch gears right now. Jason said this. I promise I didn't want to tweet this, but I can't help myself. Nikki fans max at me for kissing a 30-year-old when her brother F his stepdaughter is crazy to me. Have many seats. Y'all are obsessed. Now y'all created this moment, Sunday Fun Day. So it was a video of Jason Lee kissing a man. I'm like, what's the good? That man is grown. Like, if that was a minor, then okay, I can understand the salacious of it. But the man was a grown man. Jason is a freak. He admitted it, and the people around him is freaky. That's no story there. He got money, I kiss him. He got clout, slobble, globble down. So I really, really want to get that. I said it's really good because I'm like, let's be real here. Let's keep it a stack. Let's keep it a stack here. Jason Lee is a grown man. Grown men that sleep with men will kiss men. It's consensual. It's consensual in that regard. The Barbs is obsessed because Jason stayed on Nicki Minaj's neck. And when he wrote that tweet, he didn't lie. Her brother is convicted for screwing his stepdaughter. She was a child. He didn't lie about that. Y'all opening up that door. Okay? So I didn't really want to talk about Jason about that because I saw it. I was going to talk about it, but I had a busy day today. But I definitely want to talk about it. All right? Is I'm homeless? No. I am not homeless. No. Could I be better off financially? Yes. Here and let y'all I'm homeless because I am not homeless. I'm homeless. Okay. Can a man do outside? No.
Hello. Hey, Wiley.
Hey.
How you doing?
Doing wonderful.
I'm great. This is all I want to say. Tasha K drank mad wine. She drank all that wine to do whatever she want to do on her show. Armon Wiggins does whatever he want to do on his show, whether it's the booger sugar or whatever, the liquor, whatever he want to drink. Now, if you are medically prescribed some medicine, that is not illegal, just like it's not illegal on those other people's channels. So you do what you want to do on your channel.
Cocaine is illegal, man. I understand your knowledge, but cocaine is illegal. It's illegal to do coke.
Yes, it's illegal. So he's doing all of this stuff, but people coming on your show telling you you're manic and you're all of this crap. Kick rocks. Tell me to go out there and kick rocks with sandals.
I just want to know if I'm so manic, is I'm out here like Jag, eating my son ashes, cussing out my...
You ain't doing none of that stuff. And you keep on doing what you need to do for you, okay? And tell those other people to kick rocks with sandals on. That's a Florida thing. You go out there, put sandals on, and go out there and bang your toes against the rock. How will that hurt? But the thing is, keep doing you, okay?
Yes,
enjoy your channel.
Thank you so much.
Okay, you go ahead and do what you got to do.
Love you.
And them other people and what they're talking about.
I love you so much.
Oh, you take care, okay?
Okay, now.
I'm watching you now. I'm going to go back in the bushes, as everybody say. I called you a long time ago. You thought I was a troll because my voice was so terrible that night. I the one that told you about, what's his name, Larry Reed, and to go back to this space and, where it was, and with him and King, not King Payne, but what's that guy, that other guy? I don't know. But anyway, I can't think of his name now. It must be not important. Keep on with your show and keep doing what you're doing, okay?
Yes, thank you.
All right, you take care.
Bye-bye. You too. Yes, lady said, thank you. People know nothing about bipolar disorder, so they need to ask TFU. I'm in the medical health field. So there. Okay. Oh, so there. Yes. They don't know anything about it. It's laughable. It's so laughable. Just because you have bipolar, that means I got to be muted. I can't be entertaining. Come on, baby. Yeah, that's what they diagnosed with. That ain't me. Child, they ain't put that on that piece of paper. I don't identify with that. I don't walk around, I am black and bipolar. Man, please. I said it on my show because it sounds good to say it on my show. Good, sound good to say it on the show. But in my real life, child, I don't talk about that, man. Man, please. They put that on that piece of paper. So, I'm thriving in life. You know what I'm saying? Thriving in life, entertaining hundreds of people. It's some people that bipolar and eating sun ashes. We're not doing that. We're in a good space. Not in nobody leasing office cussing out the leasing office. I ain't in no police station cussing out Officer Ramirez. I had one mental breakdown, and that happened when I was in my 20s and I was skinty. I'm fat and beautiful. Oh, whoo. I felt that right there. I say I'm fat and beautiful. Woo. Woo. So, I felt that. So, I ain't out here getting no surgery sleeves and BBLs and CDL. I ain't doing that. Man, please. I'm slimming down naturally. I'm taking my time. I ain't going to get up on no table, putting my legs in there, sucking it out of me. No. I'm doing it in a natural way. Somebody said, yo, my show is all that, lady. This show is the best. I have the best show ever. Put my show side to side, anybody's show. Only thing you can say my quality bad, yes, but that can change. We get some new cameras and here where I'm in my location, 8 Crystal HD. I know some powerful people in here in the Windy City. Most of the time, everyone's talking about your condition need to go to a therapy. Y'all need to be telling these people to go to therapy that's getting these BBLs and losing their life. Their life's getting snatched because they want to be snatched. Honey, baby, bye. And ever since I'm staying on topic, the court of public opinion is on my side. They said, man, Wiley telling the truth. If you really listen to what I'm saying, I'm telling the truth. You sick, you think you got to go get a surgery to be snatched. Something wrong with you mentally. I want to be snatched. I need a mommy makeover. You're the one that opened up your legs to have children. That's a choice you made. And now you want a quick fix. And then you want to get Dr. Zach. And then y'all, man, oh, well, you can't tell me what I can say on my platform. I'm going to say what I'm going to say on my platform because I know I'm telling the truth. That's weird that you think that you have to go on the surgery to be snatched and losing your life. And then they can't even afford to go to a doctor with nurses to put you in a recovery room. You got to go to an extended stay. You got to check with the housekeeper. Can you bring a nurse, bring me extra towels because I'm leaking? The housekeeper said, what is your pain level? What is the housekeeper? They ain't equipped for that. Hotels is for you to stay, not for you to recover from a surgery. They ain't equipped for that. They ain't equipped for it. Absolutely not. I mean, one time, this way you got to stop watching the media. Everybody's talking about the eye. Oh, you need to get your eye. And I said, well, let me get my eye fixed. And I'm researching. And then the lady said, if you get it fixed, it put pain and then it might get messed up and blah, blah, blah. I said, I'm not doing that. And then I looked at the money. I said, let somebody, Larry Reed, this one, he said he was going to help me. I said, if he would have sent me the check of 6 to 7, 8, 9,000, I would have spent it on something. I wouldn't have spent it on eye surgery. I would have spent it on something else. I would have spent it on something else. And people coming here telling me what I can tell. Can't go on none of y'all platforms tell you what to say. You can't come to mine. You can't come to my Instagram if you want to tell me what to. You'll be blocked. I'm not even giving you a response. You'll be blocked. Never tell me I'm a man. The most disrespectful thing you could do to me, tell me what to do as a grown man. You ain't my boss. You ain't my boss. You ain't my mama can't even tell me what to do. And she birthed me. You think you got that authority? You out of order. I'm gonna see that the comment and delete you and get you out of here. Bring it to YouTube. Whatever you disagree, call on the phone. Let's have dialogue. Come to Instagram with that, you'll be blocked. I blocked about over 50 people today on Instagram. Don't tell me what I can talk about on my show. I work too hard. I do this just to have complete control. Because I can't tell you what you can talk about on your show. I can't call none of y'all and tell y'all what y'all can talk about on y'all shows. You think I can go to Armon Wiggins and tell him to talk about the coke? I told him to address it. Did he address it? No, he didn't. So why would I listen to y'all tell me what not to address on my show and telling me I ain't growing and we on fire right now? And some of y'all can't put my name in the title because we on fire. You just got to sit and gossip about me. Some of y'all just be gossiping about me in the chat. Watch me right now. Just be gossip about me to other bloggers. But you ain't bold enough to put my name in the title and talk about me as a man, as a woman. Go talk about it. Only cowards talk about behind my back. Be big and bold and put my name in the title and drag me. Put it out in the open. King Jazz talk all that mess, coming on my Instagram, telling me what I can post and all that. King Jazz, you got multiple lawsuits. Your mama in prison for fraud. You testified against your mama. A bishop have sued you. Larry Reed have dropped you. You went over there begging for crowns from a man with a wig. He couldn't even give you the money to pay for the legal debt. You ain't in the same lane. You getting multiple lawsuits. You're the type of person that became a preacher in a Kojic church and they snatched your license. You're not welcome to preach in no Kojic church. The only thing that you can do is breathe and sweat and talk about Kojic preachers. That's something that you will never be. You will never be at the Kojic convocation preaching. You will never do it. They don't welcome you. And that's why you bitter. And that's all you can just talk about is what go on from the outside from Kojic. I can go to Kojic right now, get my license, hoo-ha and hoo-ha, and preach because I know how to play the Kojic politics. You can't. All you do is sit there and you got to raise your niece and nephews and get in multiple lawsuits, telling your niece is not to answer the door for the process server, but it's your little niece. She thought one of the process servers because she thought it was an order of pizza and it was a process server. And you said, no, don't open it up. I didn't want no pizza. And you were served. That preacher served you and got your niece to open the door because she thought she was getting a pepperoni pizza. We ain't in the same lane. Don't tell me what to talk about. Did you? I didn't tell you to talk about that church and drag that church. You got sued by Bishop Whitehead, by the other bishops. Multiple lawsuits. We don't have them issues. We know who to talk about, who not to talk about. Now go tell your friends to stand and have your back. You in multiple lawsuits, millions of dollars you getting sued. And your mama in prison for fraud. And she was a so-called preacher. While you up there trying to clean up the Kojic church, clean up your own house. You can't correct nobody in Kojic when you couldn't even correct your own mama for stealing from the poor and buying a bundle for her hair and helping finance you. and you saw them fed, they said, listen, it's either your mama or you. I take it she did it. She took them homeless people money, bought bundles and travel, and testified against his own mama. We ain't in the same lane. Reason why them views are dropping is because you try to be Larry, but you don't know how to be Larry. Larry ain't even Larry no more, to be honest. But you ain't gonna put my name in no title. I don't go on your show. You come over here because I know how to do the church sector. Remember when we had that gay Passover here? Remember that? You called in after you dragged me, and we welcomed you because we know how to speak to the church language. I'm a pro at the church language. That's my second language. That's just like me going to the toilet. I know that language like the back of my hand, and I know how to. And you call right into the wireless show. So to get you to call back, I just go get some more church people on my platform. I know plenty of them. I know a gospel artist that I used to sleep with. That was on Sunday's Best. I can do a whole dossier on that and wake it up and destroy his whole career. I ain't gonna do it. Because I still love him. But if I really want to get in the gut of the church, it's easy. It's easy to get into the church sector. That ain't hard. That's super easy. You the one that's getting lawsuits. Okay? So y'all don't know who that is. Y'all ain't in the church sector. Y'all don't know what is culture? What is that? He have a cold. So in my close, you guys, I just had to say that, man. I love y'all dearly. Shout out to Jason Lee, brother. Thank you for reaching out. We will have Jason Lee on our show. Armon Wiggins will be on our show. You know, he watching right now. I take that as an honor. He watching me right now. He really can't go on station here and really drag because people don't know about them cocaine allegations. So he's trying to wait and get it away. And he don't know he's making the allegations worse by let's see when he gonna go like usually he go live and drag. Why he ain't gonna get the lady over there that got that money and said I was a scammer? Why not bring back the scamming allegation? Remember, you supposed to be coming for the people because I'm such a scammer. And then shortly after they took the lady money, you had something leaking out your nose. Oh, well, pathetic. Pathetic. That all went away. Man, that was supposed to destroy me. I'm a scam. That supposed to destroy. Man, that ain't going nowhere. People still gay. We didn't upgrade it from the train to a plane. We flying to play around this country. You did all that talking. Okay. Talk some more. Because people, they ain't done. They're going to be right. Oh, let's address these allegations. Let's address them. Let's address them allegations. Yeah. And you YouTubers, if y'all really want to thrive in content, talk about that. But y'all be trying to be in the bed with him. He ain't going to accept you. He think he better than y'all. Y'all be holding on to him. Y'all wish y'all get views like Wiley. But I don't want to I want to be fans of him. I want to be hitting my fan. Okay. You see how that worked with his other friend, call him Fat and Funky. You see what he did to his other friend. And what do you think he gonna do to you? And he don't know you from elementary school. Y'all didn't eat sweet potato pie and spoon in the bed together. Thank you all so very much. I'm gonna go. Hey, Latavia, my members in the house. Y'all be hoping that y'all gonna be in the bed with that man. He ain't gonna accept y'all, especially if you ain't got no body. What do you? I'm going. He gonna accept you, all right. So, oh, this is good. I'm just having fun. Hey, Daniela Turner. Hi. Hey, members. Okay. Hit the Cash App, $Marquise Wiley 28. PayPal. You can go to our PayPal. Zelle, WileyShow@gmail.com. Here. Hello.
Yeah, Wiley, I'm calling you back because what are you talking about? I sent you pictures of me. I didn't send you no pictures of me. And I told you, me and Jason Lee have never been together. And you sitting up here talking about people want to get in the bed with such and such. They don't got no body. You want to get in the bed with Jason Lee, but you don't got the body. You too black. He don't like black. He like light skin, skinny. Okay?
Are you light skinned?
Anyway,
Are you light skinned?
I'm brown. And let me just say this. You see Madison, she's been working. She's working. Just not on YouTube, because she hasn't been on YouTube because she has been working. Unlike you doing your content every day, which I do enjoy your content, Wiley, I do. But when you're talking about Madison and Armon, you know, it just obsessively, it's annoying.
So you say that T.S. Madison is working?
Big time.
Working on what?
Did you see that new Benz she just bought?
Oh, she bought a new Benz?
You didn't see that Benz truck? That Benz truck is
did she lease it? Did she pay it out, or she paying a note?
It don't matter. It don't matter.
I don't know. You said it could be rented. It could be with Miss Mary's Social Security check. I don't know. You think that's a flex for me? I don't care about a car that depreciates value when it gets off the lot.
If anybody gets Social Security, you should know. Because you get Social Security disability, I'm pretty sure.
I don't get Social Security disability, sir. I wish I did. I applied 3 times. They denied me. Do you have the input on that?
I don't know, because you crazy.
Yeah, you're saying that, but the people in power said no. You're not. You're not disabled.
I think, because you probably go in there and put on the act.
Oh, because I'm putting on the act. But do you know about that they get your medical records? You do know that, right?
Have they seen, because people can put on the act all day, so they can get on disability or not get on put on disability, they can get on put on psychiatric watch or not put on psychiatric watch.
I've been on psychiatric watch, sir. I've been on psychiatric watch.
And you don't want to go back on.
I had multiple court orders on me, sir. It's in the court documents, sir. It's in all the documents.